We're going to test the soundboard now to see if that works. So check 1, 2, check 3, 4, check 5, 6. One more time. Check 1, 2, check 3, 4, check 5, 6, check 7, 8. You know what, Kim? I think I might need to go into OBS Studio and check where we're outputting to. SmeeSports or Holy Name Athletics? Because just like back with Holy Name Athletics, we find ourselves in a plethora of technical difficulties, but hopefully we are good and rolling. What's this now? The fourth time that I can say the same thing? Here's the quick version. We've been there, never here, and here we are for the broadcast. This is the SmeeSports Pregame Show. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee. I'm the call for you and doing the pregame show for you this evening. Should have started at 6:15, 15 minutes behind, but that's exactly where we like to be. Always. It's a fun time to be a namer, as we will be doing not only the home games, but here today the away games. So 6 total Holy Name football games, as that will be 60% of the regular season. Should be fun to be back with them after 671 days away. So Cam, what are your thoughts heading into game number 1 of the season? It's a completely different squad. You look at the group we saw 2 years ago, the group that lost here to Valley Forge, or rather beat them, but lost overall as they missed the playoffs, to the group now that we see with pretty much every single starter outside of maybe the captains now gone.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like you said, very different lineup than we're used to seeing, but really excited to see some new faces in there, see some of the younger classes step up and now be seniors. Kind of weird to see that and think that you know, we're getting older, but I guess that's just how life works. But yeah, still really excited to see these teams go at it, and excited to see those younger guys step up.
Looking at Holy Name from last year, not the best year, but they have a lot of good pieces in place. They didn't lose too many guys, and we'll get into that during the broadcast. But the first game that we're going to reminisce on, we're going to reminisce on a total of 3 games today, is the last game of the 2023 season, which is the last game that you and I called of Holy Name football. A great 30-16 victory over Valley Forge, but in the end, I believe it was Woodridge with a shock upset that knocked out Holy Name from the Division 4 playoff scene, which would have seen Holy Name go to Canton to take on the Wildcats of Canton South.
Yeah, it definitely was a wild night. We thought Holy Name was going to lock it up with the win, and then all of a sudden kind of just came out of left field and was like, oh no, we're not going to make it. And it was kind of just a whirlwind of emotions.
It was one of Joe Itel or Drew Pastor's analytics that showed us 17th. We were told 15th or 16th. Then at 11 p.m. we check it, and that's when all chaos just kind of came about. The team was told then the next morning with donuts in hand that their season and for the class of 2024, their football careers, at least at Holy Name, were done. Just a heartbreaking night, but you go back to that game, a key factor potentially tonight, now that the rain has held off, a big touchdown pass to end that first half. We could see Connor Jameson try to do his best Andrew Cole impression in that department, not obviously going to a January 5th clip of 2024. But now looking at the second game that we're going to preview from that 2023 season, I think it's a big one, and it does set the stage for tonight's game. The big reason why you should care about this game, that's the big thing with broadcasting, giving reasons why you should care. The controversy of the last meeting between these two teams. Both sides had a big play go against them, and Cam, it was the same exact play. 50 seconds left. Clock runs for 4 seconds on a play. They spike it. Clock stops then at 46 seconds. Everything looks good. But then, for some reason, they don't add the down. You go then, it's 4th down, which should be 5th down in theory. Normandy scores a touchdown, and without getting the 2-point conversion, they're down by 1. The issue with that is the time was still off the clock, but the down was never taken back.
Yeah, yes.
Then you go to the opposite end of this. 4 seconds left. They throw the ball downfield. They find their big-bodied tight end. Now, Cam, you'll see him. Austin Simmons. He gets down. 35-yard kick for a good kicker in the GLC, no time on the clock. Now, we got the official explanation after the fact, and the explanation was the play didn't count. So the thing with that is, those 4 seconds are gone, and that would have given Normandy enough time to kick the game-winning field goal and would have ruined homecoming in 2023 for the Holy Name Green Wave. And I'm sure at least Coach Cost has that on his mind tonight.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, obviously, when you're looking back at it, you wish things would have gone your way, but in the same sense, for Holy Name, you wish things would have gone their way. Obviously, final score ended up going their way, but, you know, you wish you can go back and change a couple things here and there, and definitely been thinking about it.
And then going back to the top of our pregame show script to explain the partnership that we have with Holy Name. Once again, we are not a biased outlet. We are serving the Cleveland and Stark County areas. We have our teams listed out on the website. Those are not teams that we are necessarily rooting for. Those are teams that we cover on a regular basis. I believe if I go down the list, Holy Name, Padua, Warrensville Heights, Garfield Heights, those last two for basketball, Tri-C for baseball. Then in Stark County, you have Marlington, you have Minerva, and you have Alliance. Doesn't mean that in a given game that we're rooting for these teams. It's just kind of who we cover. Everybody has that kind of mojo. But this deal specifically, we are with the Holy Name Athletic Boosters as they are helping fund our broadcast. Thank you to Mr. Kuchera and Mr. Torzillo for their part in making that happen. And of course, thanks would have to go out to Holy Name Athletic Director Rich Koza for his part in this, as he has to approve all of these things. So for his part in that, we thank them. Before we go to break, we're still trying to work through some technical difficulties. So we're going to try to fix things during the break, but we do have to mention it. Diego Nunny, former Holy Name defensive end and lacrosse player, lost his parents in a terrible tragedy this past Friday. We are with you, Diego. Whatever you need, let us know. As Mrs. Blanc always says, once a namer, always a namer. And seeing the GoFundMe of over $200,000 so far, I'm hoping Diego and the rest of the Nunny family is seeing that Namer Nation and really the whole city of Cleveland and the greater Cuyahoga County area is behind him and his family in this difficult time. As we go to break, when we come back, we're going to talk about these teams and what to expect for them this season. You are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show for game number 1 of the football season. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Gyro, Gyro, or Gyro. No matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you. Welcome back to Byers Field in the heart of Parma, segment number 2 of the SmeeSports Pregame Show, leading up to Holy Name's away game against the Normandy Invaders. As we mentioned before going to break, this segment is going to be a lot about the teams that we see tonight. Not the teams that we saw 2 years ago or anything like that. The guys that are going to be on the field tonight, and starting with Normandy, the big question is, how do you replace your all-time leading rusher, who also was your quarterback, in Elijah Gray, who, even when he was a sophomore, that kid was a menace on the field?
Yeah, definitely really big shoes to fill. But in the same time, you have the next quarterback who's kind of waiting in the wings, filling in behind him, learning from him. So you got to feel pretty good about him. I mean, Normandy's got to feel pretty good about their coaches are really high on him. And I think you got to be exactly what I said when you're learning from him and you're seeing what he's doing and you're kind of trying to not replicate what he's doing, but kind of put his own spin on it, but produce the same level, whether that's with his legs or with his arm, maybe even more with his arm than his legs. You still got to feel pretty good about it.
And we talked to a lot of coaches in the offseason. Pado's head coach, Coach Kevin Kubit, he says, you cannot replace a player. You can replace the position, and that's what Normandy's trying to do. They're not trying to find the next Elijah Gray, per se. Their guy, Jacob Muniak, they think so high of him that as a junior, he is one of the 4 captains on the field tonight for Normandy. They're not asking him to be exactly like Eli. They're asking him to be a good quarterback that can help take this upperclassman-heavy roster, a total of 47 upperclassmen, to that next level. In 5 seasons, Coach Koss has won 10 games with the Invaders. He knows that this year can be a big jump for his guys. I wouldn't be surprised to see Normandy go 5-5 and eke their way into a tough round 1 game against a team that we're predicting tonight in the Pups, who they lost to last year, of Canton McKinley. Then as for Holy Name, you look at them. They lost some key pieces. We mentioned Diego Nunny, but Aiden Butler's another big one. Mikey Tordzidlo, Cam Mullins, Jawan Bryant. But you have some nice young pieces. This squad, it's more experienced in that 2023 group, but I would say comprised very similarly with a heavy emphasis on that sophomore class.
Absolutely. I mean, if you saw the YouTube video on the SmeeSports YouTube page, where they were there talking with Smee was there talking with the coaches and some of the players, you kind of heard it comprised of a lot of seniors and a lot of sophomores. But, you know, sophomores got to step up, got to do their part to help this team. A couple of juniors here and there. And then obviously mostly seniors that have been kind of waiting in the wings, waiting for their turn, showing up a little bit last year, and now it's their last hurrah this year, got to go out with a bang.
And I think the biggest question when you look at this Holy Name squad, it's not what position group needs to be the best or needs to take that next step. I think there's one player that you look at and say he has to take that next step, and that's quarterback Connor Jameson.
Absolutely. I mean, quarterback's arguably the most important position on the field. Can you take care of that ball? Can you lead your team down the field and create scoring opportunities? Can you limit the turnovers? This really big thing we're going to watch this year, especially with how he performed last year. He doubled his interceptions versus the touchdowns. Obviously, not a great thing to do when you're a quarterback.
And you look at the depth chart, you no longer have Harrison Frank as QB number 2. He decided to step away and focus on baseball this year. Now it's sophomore Luke Hudak, who's QB2. We saw him in baseball. He has his moments. He can step up and be a good player. But the hope is the injury bug stays far away from 6000's Queens Highway, as I would say without the injury bug from last year, the Namers could have gotten a better draw than Rocky River round 1 of their playoff journey.
100%. I mean, losing a lot of guys, especially your starters. Xavier Rodriguez going down with an injury, that's obviously not going to help. And then just a lot of other key injuries here and there just obviously derails your season, doesn't really help.
Before we go to break, I want to bounce back to Normandy and talk about one player who is my player to watch tonight. I think he might be yours as well. Brody Tusai. You see that Tusai last name. You know older brother Ty. He 1-1 over the Namers, never got it. Can younger bro avenge his older brother who now is at Mercyhurst?
I mean, possibly. I mean, just look at his size. What, 6'5", 240? Just insane build. I mean, if you're looking to throw someone the ball, I would throw it to him pretty much every time.
6'5", 240. And on top of that, he is a right side for the men's volleyball team. And those guys are tall.
Those guys are big.
He can be a big body tight end for this group, a group that really didn't throw the ball all too much the times that we've seen them. But I think this is where they turn the corner. You look next week, Ravenna. If they can get this win tonight, I think they can start the season 2-0, and all of a sudden you throw them in that conversation to be one of the teams that dislodges an Ignatius, as this is a comprised playoff, or more condensed rather, down to 12 teams opposed to 16, which means 13 through 16, bye-bye, you're gone. And that is not ideal for some of these fringe playoff teams, especially those guys that come in there and make some noise. I believe a couple of years ago, Ignatius went on the road to the JTO as one of those seeds, beat Menor, and almost knocked out the Pups. It happens. Playoffs change. Keep in mind, before COVID, this was an 8-team tournament. You went directly to round 2 of the playoffs. You avoided round number 1. They expanded due to COVID. Everybody got in. You had some lopsided affairs, so they said in 2021, let's do 16. Let's double it up. Then now, going back down to 12. Does it stay at 12, or do we see some movement in the next 5 to 10 years?
I feel like we're kind of inching back towards that 8, but they want to do it just little by little. If we keep seeing these lopsided victories, especially in round 1, they're probably going to push more towards that. But as of right now, I think we're going to stay at 12, at least for 2 to 3 years. But after that, I could see us going back down to 8.
I do have a question for you. Do you like being bold and out there with your predictions?
I do like being bold and out there with my predictions.
Do you like being wrong?
I don't like being wrong.
I don't like being wrong, and I like being bold with my predictions, and so does Gabe Koza, the third member of our predictions team. When we return from our commercial break, hear Gabe's predictions first, and then Cam and I give our probably awful predictions that will be clipped later and put on social media as reels or whatnot. It happens every time, and as somebody who selects the games and came in last time we did this,
I came in first, so
I have a big chip on my shoulder. Damien's not here, but I think I can at least place over Mr. Koza. Nothing against Gabe. I think I have just enough to get over the hump.
Just enough ball knowledge.
Just enough, and that is the key. We'll see when we return, as you are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Gyro, Gyro, or Gyro. No matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you. Welcome back to the SmeeSports Pregame Show. We are officially 13 minutes away from kickoff as the Normandy band takes the field. We're going to kick it over to the third member of our team, Gabriel Koza, and he is going to give us his predictions, all 15, for Week 1 of the OHSAA football season. Gabe, it's over to you.
Thank you, Smee, for having me on. And here are my Week 1 predictions for Ohio High School football. Game 1, Benedict versus Gilmore. I think Benny wins this one. They had a successful season last year. They look to build on that this year. Game 2, Steele versus Sandusky. I'm going to go Sandusky with this one. Game 3, Olmsted Falls versus Menor. I'm going to go Menor, the Northeast Ohio football giant. They've been good for a lot of years. I think they have a successful season this year and beat Olmsted Falls, although I think that game can be close. Game 4, Avon versus St. Ignatius. I'm going to go Avon. Iggy looking to rebuild the program, but Avon is just too good, man. They just won a state championship. They're still retaining players. It's going to be a tough win for Ignatius if they want to pull that one out. Game 5, Strongsville versus Avon Lake. I'm going to go Strongsville. Maybe an upset pick. I think Strongsville's building a nice program there, and I think they have a statement win in Week 1, but it will be close. Game 6, Massillon versus Glenville. Probably the game of the week. Two very well-known programs in this area. And I think I'm going to go Glenville with this one. Glenville has produced so many guys to college and even the NFL. And what's very cool to see is that they still have those guys in that program that are capable of getting to that level. I like Glenville in this one, even though honestly it's a toss-up because Massillon is very good as well. Game 7, West Branch versus Canfield. I'm going to go Canfield on this one. They've had a really good program over the years. I think they continue that. Game 8, Fairless versus Sandy Valley. I'm going to go Fairless in this one. Game 9, Garfield Heights versus Lutheran West. Garfield Heights looking to build a football program there with a new head coach and a lot of change. But I think it pays off for them. I think they get a nice Week 1 statement win here. And I think that's going to be a predicate of their future success, not only for this season, but in future years. Game 10, Marlington versus Warrensville Heights. I'm going to go Marlington on this one. Game 11, Maple Heights versus Lorraine. I'm going to go with Maple Heights on this one. Game 12, Warren Harding versus Camp McKinley. This is another good one. I'm going to go Camp McKinley, though. They seem to be one of the better teams in Northeast Ohio, and I like their chances in this one. Game 13 is Hudson versus Finch. I'm going to go Hudson in this one. Game 14, Brunswick versus Berea Mid-Park. I'm going to go Brunswick in this one. And then Game 15, I'm going to go Medina over Stowe. Thank you.
Welcome. I think you said during the break you have 8 different predictions from game.
I believe so. It's what I counted up.
We have 7 minutes, it says over there. I think we go through this as quick as we possibly can. We'll elaborate more during the game on our predictions, but as Normandy's alma mater is playing, we don't have much time left, so let's rattle it off. Game number 1, Benedictine versus Gilmore. Cam, who do you got?
I got Gilmore.
I got Benedictine in that game, and going on over to IG for our fan vote. That'll give us more of insight into what we're predicting. Benedictine is going to win according to the fans.
I am the only one going Gilmore. Okay.
Game number 2, Amherst Steel versus Sandusky. I have Sandusky winning that game in a close one.
I also have Sandusky.
And Sandusky wins the vote over here as well.
Clean sweep.
Game number 3, tomorrow night, Olmsted Falls hosting Mentor. I got the Cards. Who do you got?
Cards.
And the Cards also win on Instagram. Game number 4, the defending Division II state champs Avon takes on St. Ignatius tonight. I can't go with Iggy here. I got to go with Avon.
I mean, they're the defending state champs for a reason.
68%. Eagles fly. Game number 5, Strongsville versus Avon Lake. I got the Shoremen. Who do you got?
I also got the Shoremen.
Whoa, we have some discrepancy here, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa.
It is Strongsville winning the vote at home, 52%. So that'll be an interesting one to watch tomorrow night. I believe in Avon Lake, if I'm not mistaken, as Strongsville hosted them last year. Game number 6, maybe the biggest one of the slate, as Gabe said, Massillon versus Glenville. I got the Tigers and Nate Moore's boys. Who do you got?
I got Massillon. Very close game, though.
Very close indeed on the poll as well. 51-49. The Tigers get the win. Not the TY, the TI Tigers. Game number 7. It is one of the biggest rivalries in the Stark County area. The Cardinals of Canfield, the Warriors of West Branch. I got the boys from Beloit pulling out the win. Who do you got?
Yeah, I got West Branch here.
The fan vote, though, 56% are going with the Cardinals, the 2022 Division III state champs. That is who the fans at home have winning that game, and we disagree. Another one going on tonight, Fairless and Sandy Valley. I got the home Falcons. Who do you got?
I got Sandy Valley.
And the fan vote agrees. I'm the lone wolf for that one. We'll see if Fairless can win that one in their home stadium. Game number 9. Max Stevens' first game as the head coach of the Garfield Heights Bulldogs as they welcome in Lutheran West. I got the Bulldogs. Who do you got?
As much as I don't want to do, I'm going Lou West.
Bulldogs win the poll, and they make amends for their loss in 2024 to Lou West in basketball. Garfield Heights, though, it is worth mentioning, is a 14-point underdog in that game against the Longhorns, and that is a rare 5 p.m. kickoff tomorrow at Garfield Heights High School in their new stadium. Speaking of the other end of the great rivalry in that area, Warrensville Heights, they're on the road at Marlington. I got Coach Bernard Russ getting a win in his first game, just like Max Stevens. Who do you got?
I got Marlington.
So, going to the fan vote, Warrensville Heights, it wins as well. So, Cam, you win that one. You're going to be the lone wolf, and if they do win, as they are 10-point favorites, you will walk away with the bragging rights from that one. Number 11, it is Maple Heights taking on Lorraine. I got Maple Heights. Who do you got?
I got Maple Heights.
And the fan vote also has Maple Heights. Game number 12, a big one, Warren Harding versus the Pups. Canton McKinley. Who do you got?
Canton McKinley.
Fan vote says Canton McKinley. Last year, it was a rainy, tight game. Warren Harding won it. The Raiders get it again. New head coach for the Pups. They take until week 2 to get their first victory under new management. Game number 13, it is the Spectrum Game of the Week as the Invaders are now taking the field, so we're going to wrap this up pretty quick. Hudson, I have them over Austintown Fitch.
I have Austintown Fitch.
Hudson on the fan vote. The reason why, long drive for Coach Parker and company, but Junie Higgs and DeAndre Richard, 2 of the best backs in that area. They could easily win that game. Penultimate pick, Brunswick Mid-Park. Give me the former Berea Braves, now the Berea Mid-Park Titans.
Yep, same here.
And Brunswick wins the fan vote. Number 15, Medina versus Stowe. 75% with Medina at home. I go with Medina. Who do you got?
I'm going with the hometown Medina.
It is a clean sweep there, and that will conclude our predictions and our pregame show. Now I believe it is time for the national anthem. So we'll toss it down to the field. Normandy getting ready to go. So is the band. And once they are done, we will be ready to go with our full broadcast. This has been the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Thank you all for joining us, but our night is just getting started. Stay here on SSYT as we will have full live video coverage of Holy Name versus Normandy football.
Weekend of the 2025 football season. Ladies and gentlemen, the Parma City Schools and the staff of Byers Field extend to each of you a cordial welcome to this OHSAA football contest. Tonight's matchup is between our home team, the Normandy Invaders, and the visiting team, the Holy Name Green Wave. In order to make this contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means following the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, officials, coaches, administrators, and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponent. Let's make this contest great by remembering to respect the game. The officials for this game have been assigned according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials tonight are referee Randy Thomas, umpire Kevin Conine, linesman Tony Harris, line judge Ryan Reynolds, back judge Michael Thomas, and the center judge is Ed Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Here come those namers. After a 3-7 2024 season, they are ready for redemption halfway through the 2020s, a decade starting with COVID. Now, 5 years on, it is time for a big campaign as Holy Name looks to make it back to the Final Four for the first time since 2022. It is the Green Wave and the Invaders up next on Smee Sports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hansen pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
From Byers Field in the heart of Parma, this is OHSAA Football on the Smee Sports YouTube channel. It is time for the 2025 Season 2 kickoff, and it is going to be the Holy Name Green Waves offense getting it underway, potentially in style. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live on the Smee Sports YouTube channel. Game 1 of 12 in our football slate this year. It is going to be a fun couple of months, and with one kick, let us be the first to wish you here at Smee Sports welcome and a happy 2025 OHSAA football season. And Normandy will drop the ball here with an onside kick, and it is muffed, and it is the Invaders beginning the season on offense.
Wow.
Forget JMO, it is time for Muniak's debut. How about that? A bold move from Coach Cost, and it pays off perfectly.
First play of the season, right off the Holy Name receiving team's hands, and right into the lap of Normandy.
Wow, just impressive. The replay appears to not be working as of right now. We'll fix that in between. But right now, it is time for Jacob Muniak to begin his time under center as the Normandy Invaders starting quarterback. Taking over for Elijah Gray. We saw Eli a lot, a great runner. He is Normandy's all-time leading rusher. But as we said in pregame, Muniak's not being asked to be the next Eli Gray. He is simply being asked to be the next good Normandy quarterback.
Absolutely. Got to not try and do too much, just got to run the offense smoothly enough.
Screen pass to get things underway as it goes to Mario Stewart, and he is taken down on the far side near Holy Name, and it is a minimal gain, if any, for the Invaders. Nice work by Holy Name's defense to swarm to the far side outside the hashes and get the first tackle of the game. And if you're Muniak, though, completing your first pass is a good step in the right direction.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Just a little swing pass out of the backfield after the fake handoff to the running back, but feels good. Probably get your first pass under now. Now you got to probably try and go for something a little bit deeper next time, but, just got to get a good completion in.
Now it will be a handoff, and there are the namers once again in the backfield. It is the first TFL of the season, and it is Nick Nemeth leading the charge.
And we're going to see him a lot tonight. We saw him almost make that tackle on that first play, and then just all over that run in the backfield.
And that'll be a minimal loss on the play. Or I believe they said 9. That can't be right. There it is. It's 8 yards, but still. First carry of the year, -8. The Namer defense, I don't recognize them. Impressive work through 2 plays, but this is the big one. 3rd and 18. The Invaders in minus territory. Muniak looking to throw. Flushed out left. And he is going to get taken down outside the hashes. First sack of the season for the Namers. And it is a 3-and-out for the Invaders.
Big sack there. I mean, just doing their job. Again, you see Nick Nemeth coming off that left edge, completely just bull rushes the defender, bulldozes him over, and forces him outside the pocket to the left. And then the rest of the Holy Name defense just doing a good job covering and not letting him escape the pocket and getting him down.
One of 4 senior captains, Xavier Rodriguez, in on the sack. Muniak comes up empty. A gifted possession, and the gift is returned right back to the Namers. The hands team doing a little bit better this time. It is Nemeth, and he fakes going down, still has some room to the right side, and he is in plus territory and then some. Taken down just past the 35, and Connor Jamison has prime territory to begin his 2025 campaign. Kenny Pickett-esque on the stutter. I thought he was going down.
I thought he was too. I don't know whether that was a broken tackle or, like you said, kind of a Kenny Pickett-esque play with a fake slide almost. But knowing Nemi, usually he doesn't slide unless we're playing baseball.
But you hate to see it here. There is an injured invader on the field early on in this game. So as he is attended to, we will step aside on Smee Sports. Jamison and company beginning their campaign when we return. Welcome back to Byers Field as the Holy Name Green Wave, exactly at midfield, is going to begin their offensive portion of the 2025 season. We'll talk about the play that brought the ball back here in a moment, but the ball will be handed off to Rodriguez, and he will stay inside the hashes, getting into plus territory, where he is taken down at around the 42-yard line. A nice scamper from Xavier Rodriguez, his first carry of the 2025 campaign, but already has a sack to his name.
Yeah, just a really good defensive kind of sequence there by the Holy Name defense, and then you see X right back out on the offense.
The ball got moved back, though, to midfield on an illegal block in the back, I believe. That brought it back once again to midfield from plus territory. But the Namers getting 8 on their first play from scrimmage this year. Jamison dropping back to throw. His pass is high, but it is caught. It goes to the second option, and he will be taken down. An awkward pass, but it goes to Esso Gonzalez. I don't think he was the intended target, Cam, but either way, that is Esso's first career varsity catch.
Very good job.
Esso is a guy who is expected to step up in a big way this season for the Green Wave. We saw him late in the campaign for the basketball team, but if he can stay active, this guy could be one of the next big Holy Name stars. First down and 10, just inside the 30 at the 27. Rodriguez stutters in motion, goes back out left. Jamison goes to the right flank, and it is going to be incomplete. Once again, intended for Gonzalez.
Just slightly overthrown. Pressure was in his face, though. I mean, don't mind that. Still a good ball to the outside, but long throw across the field, especially when you're on the left side of the hashes and you're going all the way out to the far right.
But Rodriguez getting extra shifty in the backfield. We'll see what kind of flank plays the Namers do. But just like Muniak, this could be a game where Jamison throws a lot of checkdowns, gets some free yards that way.
Absolutely. I mean, I was kind of expecting to see it early, and then all of a sudden he's throwing 15-yard passes down the field. I mean, definitely a good thing to see, though.
The I formation, handoff will go to Rodriguez, cuts left, has some room outside the hashes, inside the red zone to the 5, and he is going to be in for the touchdown.
Wow.
Xavier Rodriguez, a 27-yard scamper, and the Namers strike first in Parma.
I thought they were going to call him out there, but looks like he just bends the corner and just able to sneak in right next to that pylon right there. Good job cutting it out left. If we won't see it on the replay here, but still very good job from X there, kind of more up the middle, and then all of a sudden breaks it outside to the left, stiff arms one defender, and then right in there for the touchdown.
But beautifully done. Barely got in there, Cam. But if there's anybody that can just kind of sneak in there, it's Xavier Rodriguez. And just now to give you his stat line so far, 35 yards on 2 carries and a sack. Extra point is going to be on the money. And it is a 7-0 lead for Holy Name. They had to wait for their first offensive possession of the new campaign, but Xavier Rodriguez makes the wait worth it. 2 carries, 35 yards, and 1 score. There's a reason why Akron is after Mr. Rodriguez, and there is a reason why Holy Name has trusted him for the past 2 seasons, and now in year number 3. 8:38 on the clock at Byers Field. Holy Name up 7-zip on the Invaders.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
.8:38 on the clock in quarter number 1 at Byers Field. It is Holy Name striking first, courtesy of Xavier Rodriguez, a 27-yard touchdown off to the left side. It was a thing of beauty, Cam. A lot of hard work to get into the end zone. Now Normandy will take back the ball for their second offensive possession. They'll be taken back from around the 5 and not even to the 20. The Holy Name defense putting in some good work early on in this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Already seen them, a total of 4 plays now, but still a very good job.
And that tackle came from Noah Wallace, another sophomore whose name we will call a lot as well. Just like Rodriguez, a lacrosse player, and a pretty good one, scored in the playoff victory over Padua back in May. That was separated by 2 days.
That was an interesting game.
And the game that we were at was just as interesting. That was Chardon's comeback against Holy Name. A big 13-10 victory as they hit a field goal as time expired. All joking aside, that is baseball. Pamuniak and company going 3 and out their first time on the turf this season. They need some answers, and that might come with Brody Tusai. But he is immediately taken off the field, came out for the first play, but it looks like given the formation of trips 5 wide, he is not needed. Muniak looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, it is caught. It is a big first down. Ball is loose, and the Namers have it.
At least we think they do. It looked like there was a big pile at the end. Huge hit there.
And they do. It is Noah Wallace holding up the football. A Ray Lewis-esque hit. But so far, Cam, this defense, no yards allowed as that will not really count. But a sack, a TFL, and a forced fumble.
I want to see who made that hit. That was absolutely a boom. I mean, he came out of nowhere.
I mean, we go back to 2022. We had the Here Comes the Boom audio clip. I think that could be used right there. A big hit, and it is Holy Name back with the football. Once again, Cam, is this the Holy Name that we left?
I don't know. I mean, this feels like a kind of a different team.
A different moxie about it, to quote Coach Patton, the now former basketball coach. Rodriguez takes the handoff, and he is taken down quickly. A quick response by the Invaders. There is a flag, and I think that one will help out the Namers. That was Ace Vado with a tackle from behind. But I think Cam grabbing the shoulder pads and pulling behind, that should be on Normandy.
Personal foul, face mask on Normandy.
It looked like he grabbed the shoulder pads and pulled back. That's at least what I saw on that. Could have been different down below, of course. But that is what the officials fancy on that play. And that'll give the Namers a little bit of an extra boost on their second drive. And that'll move them up into the red zone, it looks like. Once again, if you are just tuning in, this is OHSAA Football on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. 8:12 on the clock in Q1. Nemeth to the backfield, cutting back right. Jamison looking to throw, has no time, picks up Nemeth in the flat. Nemeth makes a man, misses, and he is going to go inside the 10. A nice head first dive, unable to get to the line to gain, but got pretty close.
I mean, that's really great for a 9. I don't know if they're going to call that 8 or 9 yard reception, but still immediately has to jump up, make the catch after Jamison was under pressure in the backfield, and then makes the first defender miss immediately. Just a nice quick step out to his left.
Jamison now with 23 passing yards, 15 to Gonzalez, excuse me, and then 8 on that play over towards Nick Nemeth. Handoff goes to Rodriguez. He will cut left, and he cannot establish the outer edge. But just like the last carry, a flag is thrown at the end.
This one might be coming back. It is in the secondary, though. I think they are going to say, though, looks like, I thought the one referee was signaling holding. It is holding on Holy Name.
Impressive work, though, by Normandy to get to the outer edge before Rodriguez. As we said on the last drive, he is a guy that can fit in a small space and get through. That time just couldn't get to the edge. Bird unable to establish it on the left side.
And, I mean, we saw it on that 27-yard touchdown run. Just kind of slipped right up through that initial gap and then cut it outside left, and it was a foot race, and he won it.
So that'll bump Holy Name back a good amount, but still a manageable situation. That'll go back now to 2nd down and 12. They list 13, but looking at the markers, there's only 1 yard separating them. This is 2nd down and 12. Jamison once again to the flats. It's caught by Preissel. He establishes the edge, and he is able to slip inside the 10 to the 9. So a nice pickup from Preissel. Give him 10, and it is going to be 3rd down and short. But as we expected, Cam, yet another play in the flats, another check down for Jamison.
Yeah, don't mind. You try and get your playmakers in open space, see what they can do. Just a really good play there. Have a nice short 3rd down here, and if you don't get it, I assume you go for it on 4th, especially with how good your defense has been.
If not, it would be Owen Pry coming on to attempt the field goal. Handoff to Rodriguez. He cuts left, and he is going to be taken down at around the 6-yard line.
I think they're going to give him it.
And there is the point. It is a Holy Name 1st down. Gain of 3 on the play for Rodriguez. That'll be his shortest carry of the game, but still an important one for Rodriguez. He now has 38 yards on 3 official carries. His other 2 didn't count as they were fouls or penalties on the defense. I believe 1 was a personal foul. So 1 technical foul and 1 penalty. Slightly different, but mean the same thing in principle. 1st down and goal at the 6 for the Namer offense. Jamison takes it. Has time, goes back right corner, and it is airmailed over Gonzalez, incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and goal.
Kind of just floated it up there in hopes he could somehow jump up like 7 feet. I mean, that was kind of just airmailed all the way over. Not really any chance for either the receiver or the defensive back to get that ball.
And we look at the first incompletion of the day for Jamison. Same exact thing, just a high pass over towards Gonzalez. As always, tall, but not that tall.
I mean, I was watching warm-ups, especially throwing the deep ball down this side of the field. A lot of underthrows more than overthrows.
And now it is the opposite in game. 2 backs in the game for the Namers on 2nd down and goal. Handoff, it is going to go to Nemeth. Nemeth cuts back right, goes towards the line to gain, and is stopped just 1 yard out of the end zone. A gain of 5 from Nemeth, and that'll bring up 3rd down and really short on the goal line.
And this is exactly what I expect them to do here. They're going to hurry it up here.
Gain of 5 on the last play. Can they get the final one with Jamison? The pile looks like the answer is no.
Whoa.
The ball is loose. The Namers do have it, but I think Fort Progress stopped him right around the initial line of scrimmage. So it's decision time.
You got to go, right? Get your 2 best running backs in there. I mean, get your nice duo in there. Hand it to one of them. Have the other one block.
It was Caden Parker in on that play behind the line as within the other running backs. And the big thing about him, had an awful injury last year, but in talking to Coach Wando, he says he can be the next Roderick Love. That is how much talent this kid has. Here it is for all the marbles. Parker takes it, and he is in for the touchdown. Caden Parker slips up the gut, and that is his first career varsity touchdown. We talked about him being the next Roderick Love, and that is very Rod-esque.
Yeah, very nice broken tackle there in the backfield. I mean, immediately that play gets blown up by a Normandy defender, but in the end, able to shake off that tackle and walk into the end zone.
So a 13-0 lead for Holy Name just halfway through the first quarter. Last time Holy Name saw Normandy, Cam, 0 in the first half. This Holy Name team looks completely different from last year. Week 1, they were predicted to win on the road at Lakeview. 33-zip loss. Tonight, they're trying to make amends for that. prize extra point is through the uprights and good. And it is a 14-point lead for the Holy Name Green Wave. Looking at the fans and the cheerleaders, they are happy with the results so far. 5:23 on the clock in quarter number 1, and it is the Green Wave up 14-zip on the Normandy Invaders. We will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors and be back to the action in a moment.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
.523 remaining in quarter number 1 at Byers Field, a.k.a. Robert M. Boulton Stadium in Parma. And it is the Holy Name Green Wave doing a great job early on in this season, up 14-zip on the Normandy Invaders. Is this where you thought we'd be, Cam?
Honestly, no. I didn't expect the defense to come out this hot, but I guess they've been putting in the real work over the summer, and it's shown on the field. And
same thing with the special teams unit. That is Noah Wallace once again with a big tackle. And on top of that, amid the band playing, which I believe is not allowed during the actual run of play.
I don't think it is.
Third offensive possession for the Invaders. Cam, last time, one play and done. We haven't seen Brody Tusai at all. Is this the possession that they get him involved?
I mean, he's on the field right now.
The question is, do you make a design or do you tell Muniak to go through his progressions? That's the difficult part of this. You can easily force the ball to your tight end. He can make a couple of big catches. The question is that what you want your new quarterback to do, or do you want him to play fundamentally sound? First down and 10, it is going to be a jet sweep off to the left side, and it is a big hit at around the 30-yard line, ending that play. That is Nick Williams, the junior and returning starter on the carry.
That time you had Tusai blocking over there. I mean, big body, 6'5", 240 we were talking about in the pregame show. Probably your ideal blocker that you want out there. Pretty much an extra offensive lineman.
A correction, I believe that was still Williams. Yes, that was Williams. But just a nice little 6-yard gain there. I think that's going to technically be a run. It could be a pass, but either way, get 6, and now you're in a good spot. 2nd down and 4. Muniak will hand off once again, and it is going to be a minimal gain. The ball carrier taken down at around the 29-yard line, as that was Ray Brown on the carry. We've called Brown's name a couple of times, but so far, Cam, it has been rough for him. Lost 8 on the first one, or rather, I believe he did, and that time a couple of yards there, getting 2. And now 3rd down and around 4. Holy Name's defense yet to give up a first down that ended up standing. Normandy looks to change that here. Muniak will drop back on 3rd down. Pass over the middle is going to hit the turf. It is incomplete. And it looks to be another 3 and out for the Invaders, unless they keep the offense on the field.
Really good coverage there. Number 10,
That is Jovan Miles Jr., the linebacker. Former running back, but they moved him strictly to defense this year. 4th down and 4, and for Normandy, if they don't get this, you could say this is the game.
I mean, you could, but it's also still very early. Just, if you don't get this, your defense really got to step up big.
And Jamison has been tremendous so far, and they're just going to have Muniak punt, which is the right decision. And that is going to take an Invader bounce inside the 30. And it is going to be downed in between the 28 and the 27-yard line. That is where Jamison will take over with the Holy Name offense when we return. 3:38 on the clock. All Holy Name, 14-zip your score on SmeeSports.
Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
It's been a great night for football so far in Parma. A great overall evening, especially for Holy Name. Jamison goes long, and there is a flag thrown, two thrown, intended for Preissel, but I think that is going to go down as pass interference.
I believe so, and I think it'll be on the defensive side.
But my question with it is pretty simple. Was that a catchable ball? That I don't think is a yes answer.
I don't think it was.
And that is part of PI. It has to be a catchable ball. And that is why that is not going to be the call. It looks like the Namers are going to move back.
Nope, they were moving back to go forward. Kind of a weird instance there. They're marking off. No, they're marking off 15. Or was that? No, they're marking off 10.
So really weird what they're doing here. They're moving it up. I guess it is still going to go down as pass interference. But Cam, your thoughts so far in this game, as this has been a very good start for Holy Name, but a lot of time for that to change.
Yeah, still a lot of time left in this game. If Normandy's defense can get going right here, it's still anyone's game.
Rodriguez will take it up the middle on first down and a lot. And he is going to get past the 45, down at the 46. It is going to be a pickup of 4 on the play for Rodriguez. So now that is going to be second down and trying to count it off here. I believe that's going to be simply 5. They're saying third down and 6 on the board. On the field, it's second down and something. And it's happened again, Cam.
It's 6.
It should be
way.
second down and 6.
It is.
Handoff will go to Nemeth on the sweep to the right side. He has some room. He has the first down. Controversy avoided.
Oh, that works.
That is one way to avoid any questions on that kind of play. Gets into plus territory for the Namers. Both running backs doing a great job so far. And the tandem has been great, but still the touchdown bearer, it's Rodriguez, and then the second one, it's Parker. 1 carry, 1 yard. But that 1 yard is a yard that he is not going to forget anytime soon. And Normandy, seeing that first down, wants to talk things over. They will use their first timeout of 3 in this first half. 2:47 on the clock, Cam. What do you think needs to change for the Invaders right now if they are to get back in this game?
Well, it's got to start with their defense here. Their defense has got to stop this Holy Name run. I mean, it's mostly been runs, and then you got to force Holy Name into those long passing third downs, and you just got to kind of cover up.
Game plan too early on, especially in week 1 of your season. But at the same time, if you lose this game or go down big in this game, any momentum that you had is all of a sudden taken away from you, and that is going to be hard to recalibrate once you get into some tougher games down the stretch. This is a big coming-of-age moment for this upperclassmen-built squad. A lot of guys getting their first start tonight, but can they prove why they are here? First and 10 at plus territory for the Namers. Jamison's pass is caught in the flats, and he is going to be taken down past the 40 at the 38. That is the first catch from Caden Parker tonight.
I feel like that was pretty blatant and obvious. I mean, he ripped his helmet off, and I think he had the same question. He was like, how is that not a penalty? It was right in front of the referee as well. Maybe the sun was in his eyes.
So a gain of 4 on the play for Parker, and he has been great so far. And Cam, you're starting to see why he is compared to Roderick Love.
Absolutely.
A very similar rusher, very similar build overall. So we'll see how he ends up shaping out in his Namer career. Jamison's pass is caught by Gonzalez past the 30, and he is twisted down at the 26. The chain gang will move, and the Namers are on the hunt for their 3rd touchdown of the opening frame. Beautiful pass up the field by Jamison once again.
Very good ball, very good timing. Right when he hits the back of his drop, receiver turns around wide open on the hitch right there, just sits down and able to secure that first down.
Esel Gonzalez in the first quarter, 2 catches, 27 yards. He has been great so far, and so have the Namers. $1:53 left to go here in the first quarter. Nemeth off to the left. Behind is a rusher for the Green Wave offense. Jamison dropping back once again, goes to Rodriguez in the flats. Xavier cuts upfield, cannot shake past the man behind, and he will be stopped just outside the red zone, directly at the 20.
I believe if you're counting stats like we are, that would technically be a rush and not a pass because it was behind.
That's the 5th official carry of the game for Xavier Rodriguez as well.
And the sun cannot figure out if it wants to stay away or go behind the clouds or what. It's really, really weird, but I guess we're in Ohio, so.
Tomorrow is going to snow, you know that.
Yeah, of course
Something like that's going to happen tomorrow as we are at Padua Stadium, Padua and Alliance at 7 p.m. That is game number 2 of our weekend and game number 2 of our football coverage. Jamison looking to throw over the middle. It is airmailed. Otherwise, that was a surefire touchdown. That was intended for Nick Nemeth.
3rd time. I feel like he's trying to kind of overcompensate for what he was doing in warm-ups after he was kind of underthrowing all the deep balls. I mean, that one just over the middle, like you said, felt like a surefire touchdown. Pretty much throws it anywhere, but just offs it over his head by a couple feet. I mean, we know Nemi's got unreal athleticism. He can jump, he can dive, he can do a lot of things, but that one just way too high for him.
And Jamison so far 4 for 7, not at all a bad start to year number 2 as the starter, taking over for Andrew Cole. Gonna be a big 3rd down and 5. Jamison dropping back. He will throw wide to the right. It is Gonzalez. He has room, and he is in. Touchdown, Holy Name. Esso Gonzalez does it again. His first score, and it is a big reception. That time he uses his speed, not his height.
Yeah, that time right on time. Beautiful ball by J-Mo. I mean, right back to the end of his progression. First reads right there, wide open. Throw it to him and let your receiver go make a play.
And that was going to be deemed a 21-yard score. Esso on social media, he was very vocal about this being his breakout campaign. And breakout so far it has been for Esso. And if he can take this kind of form in the basketball season, look out. But we're still focusing on football, not even a quarter in, and he has been great. Flags will fly. Extra point is good, but I think Owen Pry is going to have to try that again.
I think it's offside.
Based on when it was thrown, that's the weird part of it.
The FAR judge is signaling offside, and they're saying offside on the defense.
So now, do they take the point or do they try for 2 here? Because they do have the option now to try it from the 1. That's if they accept the penalty. If they decline, they just take the extra point.
They're going to do it again.
That's a weird one.
Yeah,
usually
you just
gets it.
Or maybe they called it before.
For practice, Pry gets it through. It doesn't matter if he has to take his first or second attempt. Both are through the uprights. Esso Gonzalez cuts out to the right, able to use his big frame to haul it in. And he is in for his first varsity touchdown as a namer. Speaking of those namers, it's a namer party, Cam, and they are up big. 21-zip your score, 50 seconds on the clock in quarter number 1.
Gyro, Euro, or Gyro. No matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you.
Welcome back to Byers Field. It is a big lead for Holy Name. 21-0 your score. 50 seconds on the clock in this first quarter. And Normandy still looking for answers. At the 20, they will step out of bounds at around the 22-yard line. And yet again, the band is playing during play.
Second time. You know, maybe we'll keep a counter on that. We like to keep counters for a lot of things here.
It can't really be done. That's not allowed, but I guess for tonight's purposes, it is going to be acceptable. The band is a great part of the game. That is one of the more enjoyable aspects. We will see that at halftime as we will be featuring both bands during their halftime shows. It's a great part of the game, but you can't have them playing during the game.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, especially both bands. I mean, coming from Holy Name and always being around these big Parma Schools bands, kind of a stark difference. But, I mean, still love them both. But like you said, can't be doing that during play.
And I'll tell you what, when I was with Q92, that's when the news would play. Some of the news that was given, you take the headphones off, you sit there in astonishment, and you listen to the band to try and forget what you just heard. There's just a lot of interesting things said. Speaking of them, they have 2 games tonight. Best of luck to all the newcomers over there as they look to begin yet another big season out in Stark County. Normandy will try things again their 4th time around. They will hand it off to begin. And not much going. A good push to get a couple, but nothing crazy from the Invader offense. Ray Brown once again on the carry. And Ray has been shut down pretty much completely so far, Cam. First rush was for 2 yards. This one, it looks like just exactly like the last. He'll get 2. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Maybe time for one more play in the first quarter for the Invaders. Muniak has 5 wide. He will throw. His pass lofted up the far side. It is incomplete, but they will get the yardage. It is PI, and it will be a fresh set of downs for Normandy.
I feel like that's pretty blatant PI as well.
The first big blunder, even if you want to call it a blunder, from this Holy Name defense.
It's kind of more of just a mental mistake.
But, I mean, you look at the way this game has gone, Cam. From the muffed kick on the onside kick to begin the game, to the way that this defense has played, to the offense, if you are a Holy Name fan, you have 0 complaints right now.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be. Excuse me. You gotta be.
One more time?
Feeling pretty good about yourself. There we go.
But this should be the final play of the first quarter, barring any extra theatrics. Ball placed at Normandy's own 39. 1st down and 10 after the last play was Moo. It'll be an I form. Brown behind Muniak, and he will take the ball up the middle. Ray Brown will be sent backwards, and yet again, it is the stifling defense of Holy Name leaving the last impression, and the last impression of this first quarter. That tackle came from Jovan Miles Jr. He has been a big fixture in this defense. So have the rest of the 10 and then the 11 on offense. It is all Holy Name through 1 in Parma. Holy Name 21, Normandy 0. Your score on Smee Sports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
One quarter down at Robert M. Boulton Stadium, more commonly known as Byers Field. It is all Holy Name, 21-0 your score. Muniak's first pass of the second quarter is taught by the big tight end, Brody Tusai, and that is his first catch of 2025, a gain of 6 on the play. Nice throw from Muniak, a quick one, but he needs to get a couple of those throws out, a couple check downs, just something to get the ball rolling a little bit more.
They need to string a couple first downs together. I don't know if they actually had a first down tonight, besides the one on the penalty.
And then the one that got pretty much taken off the board by a forced fumble. Now 3rd down and 4, and whistles will blow.
Most likely a false start, and it will be.
And you can see on your screen that ball was thrown immediately to Tusai. He was the only read on the play.
Probably a smart play there, but someone left early, or one of the, I don't know, someone started early. Let's just go with that.
The check downs are great for young quarterbacks. It helps them get their fundamentals down. And I think we will see that a lot this year, especially with our new quarterbacks. I think tomorrow with Padua, they now have Landon Hanover as their quarterback. We will see that a lot with him. The whistles just continue to sound off.
Holy Name timeout.
And there it is. They will burn their first of the half. You don't get any bonuses for holding on to your timeouts. And they will just step aside and let things happen. And so will we. 11:19 on the clock in the first half. Holy Name up 21-0 on Normandy. Muniak going to throw, and it is caught over the middle. A big gain for Normandy after the timeout. It is a Holy Name timeout, but it is a Normandy big game. Just like that, Muniak takes them near the red zone.
Wow, huge gain there.
What a big throw. Muniak needed a play like that for his confidence. And in the end, he gets it. But the question is now, is this the step in the right direction that Normandy needs, or do they still have some work to do? That's going to be our big question. That was pass number 3 today. But either way, the Invaders now in the red zone. And now another timeout has been called.
This time Normandy.
Very weird to see back-to-back timeouts like that, Cam. We'll keep it here during the break. But a big play over the middle. You have momentum, and you call time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, especially after a big play, and then you call timeout. Definitely a little weird.
Maybe a gentleman's agreement of sorts. You use your timeout, I use mine.
I guess.
Something like that. Once again, we're not coaches for a reason here, Cam.
No, we are not.
But I'll tell you what, this has been a very interesting first quarter and now first half of our first game of the year. 21-0 early for Holy Name, but just like the game 2 years ago, this could be a comeback. And one man definitely wanting that to be the case is the man under center in Muniak. Goodness, are they doing it again?
Or I think they're just moving him to a hash.
I would hope so, but at this point, I don't know.
Maybe they're going to force him to take another timeout. I thought you couldn't take 2 timeouts in a row.
Usually it's on a kick.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Muniak will throw, and there's a whistle. That pass was caught, though, by Nick Williams. It will not count.
So there's a flag, but he just didn't. Oh, now there's the flag. I saw him take it out of its pocket.
A lot of confusion early on in this game, Cam. But yet again, it is a new season. There are always going to be growing pains in game number 1, no matter it be with the officials, the coaches, or the players.
They waved the flag, so still.
And the PA announcer, I think, said it perfectly. We're going to do it again. Ball still spotted at the 17-yard line. Muniak will drop back, looking to throw. Goes over the middle. It is caught on a bobble, and he is down inside the 5. Excellent hands on that reception. That is Ray Brown, the running back, out of the backfield. But Cam, you saw it there. He bobbled it up to himself and then made the catch. We'll watch it back here on the replay. You see it on the big screen as well. Very impressive from Ray.
Yeah, just a very nice catch securing that.
And the most important thing, as you said, he secured that ball. That is always the most important thing about a ball thrown to you. You have to secure it. You run next. Brown takes it on a Wildcat, and he is going to get close to the end zone, but not close enough. He is going to be stopped at the 1. Scamper of 2 on the play. But I'm a big fan of that first play of this sequence from Ray Brown. He needed a play like that, something to give him some extra confidence. And there it is, a gain of 13 on that play. 2 there. And it looks like he is going to stay in the Wildcat. No, it is going to instead go to Muniak. He will sneak it, and he is short.
Wow. Must have been a long yard then. Or maybe they said 2 yards, but I feel like he at least got some forward progression there. But Still going to say he's short. It's now 3rd and inside of a foot, or inside of a yard.
Give it to somebody and just fall down.
Pretty much.
At this point, who do you give it to, Ray Brown or Muniak?
Who's ever bigger?
Looking at the stats,
Little tush push.
Brown would be the bigger of the two. Muniak is under center, 3 behind him. The quarterback, he will hand it off. It is a fullback dive, and he didn't get it on the second attempt. He does. It is a touchdown for Normandy. An interesting package, but it works out perfectly in the end. Trying to see who that was. That appears to be Jay Hebrand, the big fullback wearing number 12. You see it here. Doesn't get it the first time. Everybody stops, and he dives in and gets it. Very impressive from the big fullback.
Yeah, if your forward progress is never down, then don't stop moving that motor.
But Hebrand, you look at him, he is a starting defensive tackle, 6 foot tall, 240 pounds. He is a big back.
Going for 2 here as well.
I don't hate it at all. You're down big early on. This is how you get back in the game with plays like this. And Coach Wando, I think he's asking about forward progress. That would be the only thing that could have shut down that play. But 9:12 on the clock in the first half. The score doesn't look too nice for Normandy, but they are right in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it if they were able to get that stop on defense. Unfortunately, they were not, but kind of unlike Holy Name last year after that first half, or 2 years ago, after that first half when they went in with 0 points and they kind of had that offensive explosion in the second half.
Brown takes it, and he is taken down way back, and the 2-point conversion is failed. Kaleon Cleveland with the stop. And a big tackle well behind the line of scrimmage. You go back to that 2-point conversion 2 years ago at North Royalton. Cole came flying in off the edge. This time, Cleveland just bodies his way through.
Yeah, really didn't even have a chance. Usually with those toss plays, it's a hit or a miss, and that one definitely a big swing and a miss.
But you look at a guy like Kaleon Cleveland, kind of came out of nowhere. One of the hardest workers on this team, and he is rewarded there. 9:12 on the clock. Normandy still does get their first touchdown of the season, but not in the fashion that we expected.
I believe that if my yardage is correct, from the 39 to the 18, that would be a 43-yard, the big play there, the 43-yard pass to Cameron Hayden.
What number?
Number 9. I watched it back in the replay.
And that's why you're my best friend.
That's why I got my computer right here.
I did not have that down. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it.
I didn't have it either. That's why I was looking back. I was like, who I don't know.
I'll tell you what, it's like old times being back up here for some Holy Name football. Another onside kick, and the hands team able to get this one. Once again, it's Esso.
And I believe that's number 9, the kicker as well, unless I can't see.
But looking at our player of the game honors for later on today, that will be presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Fittingly enough, that's where I go tomorrow morning because my back is in shambles right now. I'm excited for that adjustment. Very much looking forward to that. But going back to Esso, an early candidate, has that touchdown, a good amount of yards. He has just been a great player, a great big body receiver. And you look back in Holy Name history, he's a guy like a Chris Boulton, a guy like an EJ even, or an Andrew Cole. I think Andrew Cole's the best of those.
I would have to say so. Very explosive plays. Or, you know what I'm saying.
Handoff, it is going to go to Parker. Parker breaks the tackle, goes outside the hashes, and he is stopped in plus territory. It is a gain of 11 on the play, and it is a Holy Name first down.
And I mean, you kind of keep bringing up that mini Rod Love, and you kind of just saw it right there, able to shake off multiple defenders and then still use that speed to get up the field and get that first down.
And he has a good amount of yards already in this game. You add that with the rushing touchdown. He has 16 on 3 touches and a score. I'll tell you what, you look to the future of Holy Name football, KP might be the guy. Namath in motion, going to the backfield now, cutting back out left. Jamison looking to throw, lobs it up, and it is going to be dropped. tried the one-handed basket catch, but Carter Varga, the sophomore, couldn't bring it in.
I thought it was going to be a little high again, but
I think he did too.
yeah, he made the leap, but I don't know if he really had to, and said he could have probably just gone with a nice basket open catch there over the shoulder. Yeah, he trying to kind of make an Odell type play and the ball was in front of him, and that's not ideal, some may say.
And that was the 8th pass of the day for Jamison. He is now 4 for 8, but still a very good game from Jamo. And now everybody switches sides. So a complete move, maybe some mismatches. Normandy went early, no call. Jamison, he is down. First sack of the season for the Normandy Invaders.
Wow, big sack.
That is Ace Vado once again with a big play in the backfield.
From the 38 all the way to the 49.
But you'll see it here. He jumps the count on the outside edge. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And Jeff Burgess couldn't recover. No matter how good of a left tackle you are, it would take a Trent Williams or a Joe Thomas to get out of his stance that quick to get there. Now it's 3rd down and a Walmart parking lot for the Holy Name Green Wave offense. Jamison looking to throw, running out of time, flush to his left, and he is going to throw it away. He is outside the pocket, so that should avoid an intentional grounding, and that will end the Namers' possession.
I mean, really good job of getting outside the pocket. Feels that pressure. Good pickup block by the running back in there to avoid that sack coming right away, and then Jamison flushed out to his left. Obviously a right-handed quarterback, not easy to make that cross-body throw, trying to get to the sticks, but like you said, outside the pocket, so avoids intentional grounding there.
So now, is Normandy in control of momentum?
I would have to say they were. I mean, Holy Name's offense was really motoring its way down the field, but all of a sudden hits a stone wall there and right back in it. I mean, I never said Normandy was out of it. They were kind of just hanging in on the fringe, needed to get their offense going. Obviously, that big 43-yard gain helped them last time. Let's see if they're going to try the more methodical, trying to move the ball down the field, or they're going to try for that big play again.
And it is going to be Nick Nemeth, the punter here for Holy Name. A new role for number 11. 4th down and 21, high snap. Nemeth, he will send it away. A high kick. It is going to go inside the 20. It takes a Namer roll, and it is going to be downed at around the 7-yard line. An excellent pop and poach from Nemeth.
Very good punt. Add it to the list of skills he's got.
What can't he do?
I was going to say he could probably do a backflip. Knowing him, he could probably do a backflip.
Don't tempt him. He's going to try it.
Yeah.
But now as Normandy takes back possession, Muniak getting his confidence. What's the first step here? Do you run the ball with Ray? Do you let Muniak air it out? Or do you just kind of go with a game plan here?
I'd say you probably run it here on 1st down, then maybe you get a couple of yards, maybe 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. You go with a little probable hitch, and then I don't know. I think you reset the chains first off. I mean, you're not all the way back up into your end zone, but you're inside your own 10. Not an ideal space for your quarterback to drop back, especially a big drop back into the end zone. Could be a cause for a safety there. Maybe you run some slants over the middle of the field. That's how they got their big 43-yard gain with some look to be double slants after I watched it back on the replay, but definitely could look to exploit some holes in Holy Name's coverage.
And just to kind of put this out there, Holy Name's offense last year averaged 14 points. They got 14 or more, I believe, 3 times. D pass down the field, wide open, but it is short, incomplete. Otherwise, Cameron Hayden was off to the races yet again.
Wow, they were going for that elusive trickery. Looked to be just kind of a toss play, almost the one that we saw on that failed two-point conversion attempt, but Brown got ready and was about to chuck a deep one, like you said, to Hayden, but just a couple yards short. Looks like he kind of overran it.
But going back to the offense is for two groups that struggled to put points on the board last season. Holy Name 14 points per game, Normandy 17. A lot of fireworks in this first half. And we still have 7:30 left to go, or 7:33 as the clock is stopped in the first half. And we are nearly an hour in. Low snap, Muniak to throw, lobs it over the middle. And there is a flag, almost caught for an interception. Tommy Anka with some excellent acrobatics, but it will not matter.
I don't think it would have mattered. I'm pretty sure it's on this Holy Name defense. So regardless of the interception, I mean, I'd like to say it's on Holy Name from what I saw, at least. Usually a flag in the secondary. Refs are waving in the chain gang forward.
But Tommy Onko, a guy that we were told could step up this year. We know Mr. Onko very well, and we know the work ethic that he has instilled in his kids, and there's no surprise to see a play like that from Tommy. Not at all. And hopefully we will drag Mr. Onko and Mr. P up here for a pregame show at some point this season. Still 5 more opportunities for Holy Name. Ask them for tomorrow at Padua. Their answer is not going to be good. But 7:30 on the clock in this first half. Holy Name still up by a good margin, but a lot of work to do to get to the promised land of a win in week 1. First down and 10 after the fresh set of downs. Muniak lobs it over the middle, and that is in and out of the hands of Onko. Hit him in the chest and just couldn't corral it.
He knows he should have had that.
And that would have been the first interception of the season at a big point as well. Your offense falls flat. The defense allowed a touchdown last time out. That would have been huge. Muniak, though, bailed out. Second down and 10, and this could be a 2-size spot if he is on the field. But just like so many different setups today, Muniak is the owner of a lonely heart in the backfield. Nobody else around him. 4 out wide to the right and 1 to the left for the Invaders. Muniak will throw. Pass in the flats is caught, but nowhere else to go. Nick Nemeth flies in for the TFL.
Good 3-yard tackle for a loss there.
That was Mario Stewart who made the catch, but not much to show for it. Both of his catches, Cam, have been for negative yards. 2 catches, minus 11 yards.
Not his day, or at least not his first and half of the second quarter.
Still plenty of time for that to change. The season and the game, for that matter, is still very young. But the sun, it is blazing and it is old.
I want it to go away, but at the same time, I don't.
Your alternative is earlier today when it was drizzling, when it was not supposed to be. So be careful what you wish for. Muniak, it is going to be a screen. He lobs it, and it is picked off. That is Nick Nemeth diving for it, and he is able to get a big pick at the 20. Onko couldn't get it moments ago. This time it is Nemeth. The design screen goes haywire. Jamison, a chance to poke it in again.
Great starting field position for Holy Name's offense.
But you look at that play, the moment that the whole O-line abandons Muniak, you know it's a screen, and so does Nemeth. Steps up, intercepts the lane and the ball at the same time.
Absolutely. I mean, kind of the offensive line was heading towards him, and he was like, oh, I'll just step in front of it and catch this wayward ball. I couldn't even tell where the receiver or running back even was.
Just a broken play in the end. And here comes Holy Name. Ball spotted now at the 17. Jamison over the middle, and it is blocked by a zebra. And they might redo that.
I think they're going to check on him first. Hopefully he's okay. He took it like a champ.
But we're going to watch this one back to break it down.
All right, so he drops back. All right, we're gonna
I'm intrigued by this.
Drops back.
Yeah, it's off of him. Ooh, is right.
I think that might have got him right in the face. That definitely doesn't feel good. Taking an official timeout.
Scott Sterling-esque from the official. 6:31 on the clock at Byers Field. Holy Name 21, Normandy 6 your score. This is OHSAA Football on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our...
We will get back to the ad in a moment. We are back to the action a little bit quicker than expected. 6:31 on the clock. Holy Name at the 17 of Normandy. But that timeout was for an injured official as Connor Jamison accidentally hit him on a pass. This time it will be a rush for Parker, and he is just back to the line that they started at. Moot point. We are now at 3rd down and 10. I get the concept. I get the option there to run it, but up the middle in a bunch, that I don't like.
Especially with how Normandy's been stacking the box after that first quarter. I mean, Holy Name was kind of rushing all over. I expect to see a pass here, probably some out to the flats, try and get your receivers, try and get a blocker out in front of them, try and let your receivers work.
Anything that can get them some positive yards. Jamison rolling right, steps up in the pocket,
Fumble.
and he is taken down. The ball is loose. It is on the turf. Normandy says they have it, and they do. It is a big turning point in favor of the Invaders. Tom Reg picks it up. And just like that, Normandy takes back the rock. What a game, Cam.
Wow.
We will watch this one back, but nicely done. Tom Reg, a senior, 5'9", 165, comes in from the secondary and picks it up. But this Normandy squad, Cam, a lot of returners from last year. He is one of them, and you see why Coach Koss trusted him last year and again this year. Normandy now has it in minus territory at their own 25, 5:50 on the clock. And I think this could be a methodical spot for them. Instead, Muniak looking to throw on 1st down and 10. He will step up, rushes it himself, and he very nearly gets sacked. In the end, is able to push it a yard upfield. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 upcoming. And once again, that is Jovan Miles Jr. with the tackle. But this Normandy offense, outside of that one big 43-yard play, struggling. They need to find yet another explosive play, something that takes them into plus territory. Muniak will try to find it over the middle, but cannot. Incomplete, intended for Stewart. And just like that, 3rd down and 9. Once again at halftime, stay with us as we will have our presentation of both bands' halftime shows. Looking forward to seeing what the Marching Invaders and the Holy Name Green Wave Marching Band can bring to the table. For those who remember my time at Holy Name, I was the PA announcer for the Holy Name Marching Band for a total of 3 years. And it appears that time has been called. We cut off CrossFit Strongsville last time we had a break. So let's go back to our friends in Strongsville and hear what they have to say before we get back to the action.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
Back from commercials, a big play upfield. Brown picks up his wide receiver, Nick Williams. It is another explosive play, and it is a 1st down for the Normandy Invaders. There is the big play they needed.
Wow.
Muniak absolutely hucks it up the field, and just like that, the ball is now at the 20. How about that for Muniak? Doesn't go to him. Goes to Ray Brown. That's the crazy thing. It was Brown's pass. But just like that, Cam, Normandy, they're back in this game. And we said it when it was 21-0. This game was far from over. And that is still the case here. First down and 10, now in the red zone. Muniak will drop back, looking for an option. He finds it, and it is incomplete. That pass intended once again for Nick Williams, broken up by Caden Parker.
Great defense right there. Just knew when the ball was coming, had his head turned, and slapped that. Or didn't really get the probably deflection he was hoping for, but definitely disrupted the receiver.
But I'll tell you what, Caden Parker, he has been everywhere for Holy Name tonight. A guy that I don't think we expected to do this much already. But we'll see if his night gets any better. The Namers looking to hold the Invaders here. Keep in mind, they did get the ball to begin the game, but they didn't have that possession. So Normandy does begin the second half. Low pass, it is caught on the right side. And Stewart is spun down at the 15. Pickup of 5 on the play. And that'll set up third down and medium.
Calculated even bigger than their last yardage from their own 20 to Holy Name's 26-yard line. A 54-yard pass from Brown to Nick Williams. Huge play.
That is just a big, monstrous, in the words of Kurt Warner, GCP. Game-changing play right there. And that was a big one. That was pass number 8 today for Muniak. And here comes number 9. His pass in the flats is caught by Stewart. Makes a man miss, and he is going to waddle inside the 5, and he is stopped at around the 2. If you can make Nick Nemeth look silly, you are a beast.
Wow.
Just sidestep the senior. How about that? These have been some fun plays tonight from the Invaders. Even if they do not win this game, Cam, this has been a fun offensive showing. And all of a sudden, the Invaders are a couple of yards away from getting back within one possession. Here it is, first down and goal at around the 3. Here's the handoff, and it is a touchdown for Normandy. Ace Vado, the mainly defensive player, comes in on offense, and his first carry of the season takes him to the promised land, and the Invaders are officially back in this game. He has a sack already to his name, Cam. Now a 3-yard score. If Normandy wins, Ace Vado could be a player of the game candidate.
Absolutely. I mean, he's just kind of been wrecking it all over the field, and now we see him already 2 touchdowns here.
And now do you go for 2 here to make it a 7-point game? I think you do.
Looks like they're keeping their offense on the field. Probably, well, actually, it is a smart play.
And player to watch here, you have Hebbrand once again out there. He was the fullback who came in and scored the first touchdown of the game for Normandy. Can he do something else crazy here? Here comes the 2-point try. It is flung. No, it is going to be with the big fullback. He is not in. He is stopped at the 1. And once again, the Namers make a big stop with a 2-point play on the line. More importantly, Cam, it is still a 2-possession game.
Yeah, 21-12, just a little reverse score.
Great drive by Normandy. Once again, it is the big splash play. 3-13. Brown to Williams, 54 yards, sets up the touchdown. The Invaders getting back in this game. 4:07 left to go in the first half. We step aside for a word from our sponsors.
Gyro, Euro, or Gyro. No matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you.
Before we get back to the action, I believe we did get a question on Twitter about if we are going to be showing the halftime shows for the bands. Yes, we will. We will be showcasing both Holy Name and Normandy's bands at halftime. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It's another onside kick. It goes the distance. but Holy Name will get it. Flags will fly. Illegal procedure or false start, it won't matter. It's name or football.
I think they left early regardless, but good recovery there by Holy Name. I mean,
it's the backup quarterback, Luke Hudak.
That's what I was looking it up right now. It's on the hands team for a reason, and as the officials show, it is definitely on Normandy, but like we said, won't matter. Holy Name's ball anyways. And I think we were right. It's probably a false start. Looked like kind of set up all too fast, a little bit too quickly. But they were waiting for the ball to roll at 10 yards, and Luke Hudak said, I'm just going to jump on it anyways.
But I'll tell you what, Thursday night game, one less day of preparation. Holy Name is looking like a well-oiled machine early on in this season. But this game could still flip on its head easily.
Absolutely. I mean, Holy Name's defense has been great at times, but also in the same sense, 2 really big plays, a 43-yard pass and catch, and a 54 as well. I mean, really the 2 big plays that have sparked Normandy's offense. The question is now, can Holy Name's offense return to form like they were in the first quarter? Can they get their running game going? And if not, can Connor Jameson really help them out in the passing game?
And a big thing with Jameson, 3 incompletions in a row, and he ends the streak there. A quick check down is caught past the 45, taken down in plus territory at the 43. A nice quick pass, I believe, to Patrick Soule. Patrick's brother Joe is running our scoreboard tonight, a classmate of Cam and I is back in the class of 2024. Glad to have Joe with us tonight, and now our goal is to seal him for the rest of the Holy Name games this season. And there is now horror in his eyes. I don't blame him, do you?
No.
After a quick play, second down, it is going to be a shovel to Nemeth. Takes it on the near side, gets to the 40, still on his feet, cuts upfield, dives for the 30, and he will be given the 31. A nice scamper by Nick Nemeth, and that will move the chains once again for a Holy Name first down.
I mean, for how far back he went on that play, a lot of movement forward, and like you said, moves the chains.
Trying to see the yardage on that play.
43 to the 31.
So again, it's 12 from Nemeth. So that is his second 12-yard carry of the game. Very consistent in that department. A very niche stat, but still an important one. SO in motion on the left side. First down and 10. Jameson lofts it. It was caught by Nemeth, and it's going to be a false start.
I think it was a false start on number 18. He went in for that nice whip route on the motion there, and I think he knew it too.
And as they sort this out, remember, we are back on the air tomorrow evening, still in Parma, but at Padua Stadium. It is the Padua Bruins taking on the Alliance Aviators. That will conclude our Week 1 coverage of OHSAA football. Next week, our one and only game will be next Friday at North Royalton High School as the Holy Name Green Wave welcomes in the Gilmore Academy Lancers. And then before that, we have 4 games Monday through Thursday in Stark County. A lot of great games, but we will get to those in a few moments. First down and 15, Jameson, as he is hit, throws, picks up Nemeth, and he is able to get to the 28. A big body throw with the shoulder, and Nemeth might have just costed himself his health.
Oh.
He is down, laid the shoulder in. Great move, but one that could provide a costly blow to the Namer offense and defense as Nemeth gets treated. We will step aside. 2:47 on the clock in the first half. Holy Name 21, Normandy 12.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Nick Nemeth does appear to be okay. As Cam, you pointed out during the break, could easily just be a classic case of the Week 1 cramps. And we'll see if Nemeth does come back in. I think for now, he will not come back in until the second half does begin. I think you give him this 2 and more than a half-minute breather. Jameson over the middle to Gonzalez, incomplete, and there is the flag.
early contact. I saw it too, and Normandy doesn't like the call. I mean, no one really liked that penalty, but if you watch it back, I don't think we're going to replay it here, but if you just rewind a couple of seconds, then you could see the hands on the back of the receiver just a couple of seconds too early, and that's what the penalty is.
Timing is everything for a DB. If your timing is good, think of a guy like Deron Bland, maybe not the most flashy cornerback, but his timing is on point, and that is why he had one of the best all-time cornerback seasons.
Absolutely. I mean, just timed everything impeccably, and then with that timing also had a full head of steam running to the end zone.
And then you look at some other cornerbacks like Reedy Williams, too trigger happy, going for the ball, and that is one of the big reasons why he did not pan out as an NFL DB.
As much as we wanted him to.
It's a small detail, but it has big implications. Handoff will go to Parker. He bounces out to the left side, cuts upfield, and he will cough up the football, and Normandy has it back. The Invaders find their defensive answer. Muniak, he will run onto the field, and he has a shot before halftime to get his team back within one possession. Parker just too much forward momentum, and that caused the ball to fly away. A costly turnover from the Namers. You'll see it here. Hit from behind, coughs it up. And just like that, the tables turn for Normandy once again. And one more time to echo the sentiment, two offenses who struggled last year, looking pretty good in game number one. I think, Cam, you would agree with that as well.
100%.
But it is a big field ahead of the junior quarterback making his first start as an Invader. Muniak going to be set up inside his own 5 at the 3. 97 long yards in front of him. 2-minute drill. What can he do? First down and 10. Almost Orlovsky's it. And it is incomplete over the middle, and there is a flag. Very nearly went out the back of the end zone.
Very nearly threw another pick to Nick Nemeth.
I think it was the same play as well. The O-line dissipates, but at the same time, he very nearly went out of the back of the end zone. He has to be aware of where he is, especially in the pocket, and even more so when the pocket has an end like that. And we'll see what the flag is. Illegal man downfield is the call, and I think that is going to be half the distance to the goal. So now 98.5 yards in front of Muniak. That is adding insult to injury. And now, Cam, what do? Do you throw the ball here? Do you trust Ray to get you out of the end zone? It's a tough spot.
Well, they're going empty here. I expect a quick pass.
So 99 yards of green grass in front of him. Low snap, 1st and 12, over the middle. It is caught, and that is a big catch for the Invaders. Play made by Hayden. Yet another nice completion. Pass number 9 of the game for Muniak, and that will move the chains. From the 1 to the 15, gain of 14 for Hayden. And he has yet another big play. 43 yards on his first catch, 14 that time out. And Normandy, their 2-minute drill is starting to pick up some steam. Still 85 yards to go, but a more manageable spot here. First down and 10, Muniak dropping back, looking to throw, hucks it upfield, nobody home, it is incomplete. As we said, a lot of green grass in front of Muniak, and he took every bit of it possible. But that will stop the clock at 2:01. Once again, stick with us at halftime as we will have both Holy Name and Normandy's band performances. Looking forward to seeing what kind of music that we will be introduced to tonight. Keep in mind, this is the first OHSAA football show for both squads this season. And most times they will use this for around 5 games and then flip it. So make sure you see games throughout the entire year to stay up to date with the band. Loose ball, Brown picks it up. No, he loses it, pushes it to a Namer. Holy Name has it back.
Is that the 3rd fumble this game?
I believe so. That ball just shot out of there. Brown had it, and you will see it on the replay. Just kind of pause it over towards the pile. But just like that, Holy Name, an opportunity to solidify their lead.
Right off his knee.
And Brown just pushes it into the eager pile. If you're Connor Jameson, and more importantly, if you are Parker here, you are loving this second chance. Parker looking for redemption after fumbling last time. And this time, Jameson has to eat it. It is a high snap. No Nathan Davis tonight as the center. He is injured. It is a sophomore, Nico Sukes, snapping the ball. He, I believe, got some game time towards the end of last season due to all of the injuries. And when you talk about the injury bug, Holy Name was plagued on Liverpool 2022 levels.
Okay, don't.
You look through the center backs they had. That's kind of the depth. You have to go to that fourth or fifth guy, and that's what happened last season. Loss of 7 on the play, second down and 17. Nemeth back in the game, takes the sweep up the left side. He is gone. Touchdown, Holy Name. Nick Nemeth is not injured, and he scampers for 6, courtesy of a 17-yard rush. How about that? Nick Nemeth reintroduces himself, and that is why he is a captain. His grit and grind, unmatched. And we will watch that one back. He has been a rusher along with a receiver. That is his biggest play of the game regardless. That is his third 10-plus yard carry. And that one gets the big thing, the touchdown. And now here comes the extra point try from Owen Pry. And Pry stays perfect. 4 for 4 on the day. The new Holy Name kicker doing a great job as his soccer compatriots are out in Chardon for their opening game of the season. 1:06 on the clock in the first half. And Holy Name's offense is here to stay. 28-12 your score on Smee Sports.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to all of our broadcast sponsors tonight for helping us bring you this broadcast. Price sends the ball away inside the 10, where it will roll out of bounds, and Normandy with $1:06 on the clock will have favorable field position.
We said it was a 17-yard touchdown run. Incorrect, we were off by 5 yards. It is a 22-yard touchdown run.
So add an extra 5 on top of that for Nemeth. He has been great today, though.
Absolutely, on all facets.
51 rushing yards, 1 touchdown on 4 carries. On top of that, 17 yards in the air, so 6 touches, 68 yards.
And a menace on defense. He's got an interception as well. Could be a good candidate for player of the game.
And if you are Normandy here, it's now a 1-minute drill. How do you approach this? Who do you give the ball to? And when do you say, somebody's out there, we're hucking the ball downfield?
I mean, you've already done it twice. You've had really good success on especially those slant plays across the middle. I think you got to do the same thing. You already tried to go earlier down the side of the field. Wasn't really a great ball, overthrown by a couple of yards. So I think you got to go back to those slants. You got to probably go 5 wide like they are going right here. You find one of those speedy wide receivers and you try and hope you get a long play like you did earlier twice.
66 seconds, and they are rolling. Muniak will huck it up the field. It is picked off by Nick Nemeth. The second time he picks it off today, and the Namers have another chance. He wants to go all the way himself. He is at the 30. He gets a block. He is loose. It's a pick 6 for Nick Nemeth. Touchdown, Holy Name!
Wow. What a game for Nick Nemeth. What a game.
Injured earlier, you say. You cannot tell. His last 2 touches, 23-yard rushing touchdown. This time, a pick 6.
You said he was probably going to take the entire second half off. That time, he says, No. Drops back into coverage from his linebacker spot, turns around, sees the ball, ends up taking it 60 yards for that pick six.
My goodness. He was a snub for all Ohio in baseball season. That chip is on his shoulder here, and you can tell. Once again, last year, Holy Name averaged a total of 14 points per game. They have 34 in the first 24 minutes of 2025. And it will stay 34.
No, why did you have to say that?
I said 34.
I know you said 34, but then earlier you were like, oh, and he stays perfect.
And now he is 4 for 5, but still not bad at all from a new kicker.
Hey, I've played with Owen. He's got all the heart in the world. Obviously, he's going out there to do his best, and nothing but utmost respect for him. Love Owen Pry.
Holy Name has had that revolving door at kicker for the last 5 years, and that's what you expect. Somebody from soccer, not Cam, steps into that role.
All right. There we go. If I was on the field, you wouldn't have me up here.
To be fair, I didn't have you up here sometimes.
Okay, well.
I think we got to talk about the time that you almost didn't get in here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about a different time.
A couple of years ago, you tried getting in, and you failed to use your words.
I was using my words. They just weren't great words, I guess.
And like I've said so many times, you can call us whatever you want, but the two old people from the Muppets, I think that's the best way to describe Cam and I on the mic.
Huh?
You have to have fun in this profession. You have to have fun here. You have to, especially in a game like this, a blowout, so to speak, you have to kind of have fun. Elaborate on the game. Talk about the key storylines, yes. But you got to have fun out here. It's the best profession in the world, and we're enjoying that reality right now. Pry boots it away. Normandy at a loss right now. They need some answers here. Taking in around the 20, and they will have a decent spot, but not much time. It is going to go right around the 40. Muniak, around 60 yards. He has to get in 41 seconds. How does he go about it here?
He hit his own blocker on that play. I still think you got to do the same thing. That time, they tried to go one slant over the middle, and then the streak on the side. I'm pretty sure there was also a hitch linked in there. I think you got to go with the same thing. The stuff's been working. Yes, you've made a couple of bad balls here and there, but when you're on, you're on. And I say you probably throw maybe a nice check down here, try and get a receiver out in space, try and see if they can do anything. But then, you already got that good connection linking up. I say you try the same thing, trying a couple of slants over across the middle. Holy Name hasn't been great covering them. Just an unfortunate pass last time. Kind of went a little haywire away from the receiver, and Nick Nemeth just happened to be there.
Once again, empty backfield for Muniak. He will look to throw. Deep pass, incomplete. Nick Nemeth, he wanted his trifecta.
I mean, good, almost a pretty good ball there on the corner route. Just, again, a little bit overthrown. Even overthrows Nick Nemeth, just like you said, as he tries to haul in his third interception of the day.
And now here's the thing for Nick Nemeth. If he can play like this all season, does he switch sports?
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it in the interview with him, which sport he was going to get recruited for. He said he was talking to multiple schools about each sport, and you never know really what's going on in his head. Question is can he stay healthy, though?
That's the big question that everybody hopes the answer to is yes. Two side takes it at the 40 on a quick pass from Muniak, and he is not going to get anywhere. Ball is loose in the end. They wanted forward progress to be eliminated, but it won't matter. In the end, Wallace pounces on it after the play is over. But this defense, stifling. And now it is going to be, I believe, third down. Time winding off the clock, and I think both sides are just going to draw a line in the sand and call it quits.
Probably.
Normandy will get up to the line. They don't have to make a play here. The play clock says they can run it out. And Muniak, he will look to the sideline. He won't run anything. And that is going to be halftime, most likely, barring a timeout. And both sides will break towards their locker rooms. It is halftime at Byers Field. And those namers, they are riled up. They are loving it. Even in the student section, you can see it on your screen. They are loving this game. It is, I believe, USA night. And they have pride not only in their country, but also in their namers. At the half, it is 34-12. Holy Name on top of the Normandy Invaders. We will step aside, hear a word from our sponsors, and then toss it down to the Holy Name Band who appears to be ready to go now. So instead of our commercial break being now, let's toss it over to our marching namers and hear what they have for us for their first show of the 2025 campaign.
Enjoy the drill team's feature to Crazy Little Thing Called Love. First recorded by the Spencer Davis Group in 1966. This song was ranked as one of the 500 greatest songs of all time by Rolling Stone magazine. We close tonight's show with Gimme Some Lovin'.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Gyro, Gyro, or Gyro, no matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you.
Welcome back to Byers Field in the heart of Parma for the second half. Holy Name is up 34-12 on the Normandy Invaders. Cam, your thoughts on the first half? Impressive work from the Holy Name Green Wave offense, but on defense, Nick Nemeth stole the show.
Yeah, I mean, really, already 2 picks in this game. Looking for another stout defensive half, and probably looking for that illustrious hat trick of interceptions. But yeah, just a great job so far by both the offense and defense of Holy Name for keeping Normandy at bay. Only 12 points, 2 missed 2-point conversions is why Normandy is at 12, and then 1 missed extra point from Owen Pry. He is 4 for 5 on the day, but 34 points in total. Definitely a good sign to see, especially after last time Holy Name was shut out in the first half, I believe, and this time they come out and put 34 up. I think 21 of which were in the first quarter. But just a great sign, great offensive life, and then defense got a little bit sloppy in the middle there, allowed 2 big plays, a 43-yard catch and a 54-yard catch. I mean, Normandy's offense really got going with those plays, but other than that, it has all been Holy Name.
And I believe if you look on your screen, somewhere in there, it is Elijah Gray, the old quarterback, the all-time leading rusher for Normandy. Cam, what's going through his mind right now seeing his Invaders?
He's probably thinking, I wish I could get back right on that field and go help my guys out.
The big thing with him, he's making the switch to be a runner in college, not a quarterback. He is going to be a running back. That's a big thing with him. He's going to Ohio Valley Community College. We saw him become a running back for the first time during the East-West All-Star game. He had a touchdown late that ended up winning the game for his team. He's not a bad runner outside of being a quarterback, and that is a big thing for him. And Cam, we didn't get a chance to talk about it in pregame, but the keys to victory will rattle these off and see where these teams are. For Normandy, get the passing game going. I don't think they're in a bad spot at all.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they would probably say they would like to be in a better spot, but like I said, those 2 pretty big plays have really helped them out and kept them in this game.
Secondly, don't ask Muniak to be Eli Gray.
Yeah, I think he's done a pretty good job of that. Haven't seen, I think the only time he's rushed is once, and I think he got maybe a yard, if that, on it.
And the one where they failed, keep it close in the first 3 quarters, use depth to win it in the fourth.
I mean, still not out of range yet, but they got a lot to make up. This first offensive drive could be very, very telling.
Then for Holy Name, find offensive balance. I think they've done that. Don't leave the offense for late like 2023. They have not left it for late at all. Speed over physicality, especially outside the hashes. That's the game script.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen already Nemeth blazing speed with the outside touchdown. You've seen Xavier with one as well. I mean, yeah, pretty good by you.
24 minutes left to go on the opening night of the OHSAA football season. Pry will send it away, and we are in quarter number 3. Taken in at the 25. Here come the Invaders. Good move to the outside. Flag will fly, and he is taken down at around the 35-yard line. For the Invaders, that was Hayden. He has been a big explosive player for them so far tonight. And we'll see who the laundry is against. And it does look to be a block in the back of some kind. And that'll bump the Invaders back to a worse start than they would have liked for this second half. But as Muniak comes out to lead the offense, does he go for the big play early, or is he going to go and start this half like he did the last one, short checkdowns?
I would probably have to say the second side. I mean, already 2 interceptions, both of them right to Nick Nemeth. Obviously, if you're looking at the field and you see him, I would throw the opposite side of the field if I were him.
Already 2 interceptions for Nick Nemeth tonight, one of which was taken to the house for a pick 6. And that really did turn the game in favor of Holy Name completely. At that point, it was already a game the Namers expected to win, but that play added a little bit extra on top. Muniak looking to throw on first down. Big pass. It is caught off the hands of a Namer defender. An assist from the Green Wave. That is Stevenson, and it is a big first down for the Invaders. Nick Williams on the catch. My goodness. Fireworks to begin the second half, and a gift more than anything. What a big play. Stevenson, you can see his frustration, but Nick Williams, right place, right time. That is his second catch of the day. Muniak looking to throw once more. Another big heave, and it is too rich, splitting the Namer defense. And we will have a flag in the backfield.
Holding on the offense. It's going to set him back 10.
Last setback brought forth a big comeback, and they're going to try and do it again. But looking at the way that the second half has started, with a bounce like that, Normandy has a way back into this game. If they're given an opportunity, they have to take it.
A 33-yard catch. It'll get on as the books as a 33-yard catch, but they get taken back 10 here, so.
So now 39 yards today for Williams, I believe, in the air.
I believe it's should be 1st and 20.
And based on what the PA announcer has just said, that will be the case. And now they're back really far. Yeah, I was about to say, that did
like
not look right. That does.
Why? We shouldn't be winding the clock, though.
1st and 20 will be the scenario.
You should have the ball on the 45, not the 37.
And I think they have that in place now. Neither side has moved up. There is Cleveland realizing it.
10 yards from the 40, from Holy Name's 45, is in fact Normandy's 45. I did go to school. I am in college. I can do this.
We're doing some complex math on this Thursday night. Or something like that. Once again, empty set for Muniak. Dropping back on 1st and 20. Goes to the flats. It is caught. A good turn and spin. Gets him 5 yards. And that is where Stewart is torn down. Put him directly at midfield. 5th catch of the day for Stewart. He has been one of the best wide receivers and maybe the biggest threat for Normandy so far today. I would say that is a very fair statement. Looking ahead to next week, Holy Name, they take on Gilmore. We will be covering that game. 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff at North Royalton High School. As for Normandy, they will take on the Ravens of Ravenna. Pass over the middle, it's high, it is picked off. It is Preissel with the interception, and the Namers will get the ball back. Interception number 3 of the game for Holy Name. First one not from Nick Nemeth. Impressive work from the Green Wave. Just right now, this is not Mooniac's night.
It definitely isn't.
And if Holy Name can score one more time here, the nail is in the coffin.
The unfortunate thing is that receiver was open right there. It's number 9. Just kind of wasn't looking. Ball was a little bit behind him, and just what it goes down. The receiver he was looking for was Cameron Hayden. He's targeted him all night long.
After the 45-27 loss against NDCL, the final 4 games for Holy Name last year, 13 points, 3 points, 10 points, 14. They're at 34 tonight. A great bounce back for the green and white. Jamison's pass is caught over the middle by Nick Nemeth. He is able to get into plus territory, and he will dive down at around the 47-yard line. It is another Holy Name first down, and Nick Nemeth is cramping once again.
I feel like that was a pretty obvious cramp there.
I think the obvious thing was when he put his leg up, and I believe that was Jeffrey Bird who came over to him to stretch him out immediately. But a nice play over the middle and a nice job to change direction, plants that right foot down, shifts upfield, and gets some extra yardage because of it. But as Nemeth is getting stretched out, we will step aside. 10:26 on the clock in quarter number 3. Holy Name 34, Normandy 12.
Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
All right, we do have a correction to make. That was Esso Gonzalez who went down. We watched it back again. He walked behind, just kind of went to the ground. He just cramped up. He's okay. And given how Esso has played today, Cam, it is a good thing that he is. All of his catches back in the first half, but 15 yards, 12 yards, and then a 21-yard touchdown. He has been great today for Holy Name, and he could be a key figure in this offense down the stretch, especially in some big games against some big teams. Not the easiest schedule this year for the Green Wave, but this is a great starting point if they can work off of it. Jamison on 1st and 10 will hand it off to Parker, and he is swallowed up in the backfield, and he is back into Namer territory at their own 49. Loss of 4 on the play, and that will set up 2nd down and 14. Excellent job by Normandy, everybody getting around and making a big play. That was Acevedo on the tackle. Another TFL for him. So now 2nd down and 14 for Holy Name. And we will see if Jamison wants to throw or not. Jamison will drop back, goes to the flats, picks up Nemeth in stride, and he has some room, cuts back, gets to the 40, and barrel rolls to the 39. It is another big pickup for Nick Nemeth, gain of 12, setting up 3rd down and shorts. Nick Nemeth as a wide receiver is a weapon for the Namers. And he is a weapon that they want to utilize whenever they can. You look at last year, 144 yards on 11 receptions. This year, it looks like he is going to get a big bump. Dare we say he is going to be the next 1,000-yard receiver for Holy Name?
He very well could be.
I would say all-purpose, maybe even 1,500. The way that he is getting the rock is truly impressive. Timeout called on the field. 9:14 left to go in quarter number 3. All Holy Name 34-12. Your score on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
Welcome back to Byers Field at Robert M. Boulton Stadium. Once again, a main fixture in the city of Parma. Another main fixture right behind us, the Speed Traps. A lot of speed today from the Holy Name Green Wave. They are up big, 34-12 your score. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Your thoughts on the Namers so far in this half? A lot of good plays, the defense looking great. This is a team reborn, but we always have to be careful as this is only week one.
Yeah, I mean, very, very good job from the Neighbor defense coming out of halftime, immediately getting that turnover, and now our offense trying to keep rolling as they did in the first quarter and a little bit leaked into that second half. They're just trying to, like you said, put this game out of reach as the time ticks down, as the score adds up. Speaking of the Speed Traps, I saw someone get pulled over on 71 today. He was flying, dude. All of a sudden, there was a cop on the berm, and he was like, oh. And I was like, oh, you better pull him over. He was going well over the speed limit, they say.
That is not an ideal thing. Now they're saying official timeout on the field. Looking ahead to our broadcast schedule next week outside of football, on Monday night, we are going to the Woods at Marlington Middle School for a high school clash. It is the Dukes taking on Federal League opposition in Massillon Perry. 7 p.m. kickoff at Marlington Middle School. On Tuesday, we have a 6 p.m. volleyball game at Minerva, our first game for the Lions as a part of that partnership as they take on the Warriors from Beloit, West Branch High School. Then on Wednesday, one of two games, Alliance versus Canfield Girls Soccer or Minerva versus Canton Central Girls Soccer. 7 p.m. at Rock Hill for Alliance, 6:30 at Robert H. Hines Stadium for Minerva. We'll see what happens there. Then on Thursday night, another 7 p.m. kickoff at Marlington Middle School. It is the Marlington boys soccer team looking to take down NEO Soccer Giants in Streetsboro. Cam, you played soccer for a number of years at Holy Name. You know those Rockets are a tough team.
Very, very, very tough. I mean, they always have a good squad, especially in my junior season. I think we lost to them twice. First time was a lot worse than the first, but I believe the second time was in the playoffs. But, yeah, very, very good team, well coached. They're always a difficult squad to play against.
And then next Friday, it is our second Holy Name game of the season. We will be at North Royalton High School, Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium, as the Namers take on the Gilmore Academy Lancers. Gilmore plays on Saturday against Benedictine. So we will see how they fare against the Bengals. I have Benny winning that game. I believe Gabe does as well. I think you went with Gilmore.
I think I did too.
And speaking of that, in the third quarter, we saw Fairless up big, 28-7 on Sandy Valley.
Come back.
Speaking of comeback, Ignatius only down 14-7 at the half to Avon. They lost some pieces, but you still have Jacob Witherspoon in that secondary, and he is a top talent, flipping from, I believe, OSU to North Carolina.
Let's go be with old Bill Belichick.
But Jacob Witherspoon has been a top talent for a number of years. We could go to commercial break, but then again, the moment we do, the action resumes. Trying to think what other games we have scheduled. We have some stuff in theory, but nothing concrete quite yet. Past then.
You got Padua tomorrow.
Yes, we do. I'll mention that again. 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff. It is the Padua Franciscan Bruins playing host to the Alliance Aviators. Should be a good one. Last year, Alliance, they lost a lot. That was year one without Brendan Zerbrug, the now Utah Utes quarterback, transferring in from Oklahoma. He was replaced by Bo Davis. He now has stepped away from football to focus on baseball. J.R. Jackson, the quarterback, he is a top talent. As for Padua, they lost everybody this year. So we'll see how Coach Kubit and company do in the 25th game of his tenure. 12-12 record, so a big game tomorrow night for him at the Den. And after a long pause, we have a offside/encroachment penalty against Normandy. When's the last snap we had, Cam?
A while ago.
I mean, it's 9:05, and there's 9:14 left to go in the third quarter. This is one of the longest games that we have done. I mean, there were nights last year with Q92, I was packing up at 9 o'clock. Well, to be fair, most nights we were. But here we are. So a lot of football left to go. So make sure you stick with us, folks, as this could have a lot of twists and turns left to go. Jamison dropping back. Not much time. And it is incomplete. Intended for Parker, but more of a throwaway than anything. And a question here for Coach Danny Day, the offensive coordinator. At what point do you say, we've seen enough from J-Mo, the win is secured, let's give Hudak a run out?
I mean, probably later in the fourth, I would have to say. Just depends if your defense can keep it up, if you can keep mounting those points on it. I say especially if you score, and it's a touchdown here. I mean, you got to feel pretty good about it, but at the same time, I would still say fourth quarter. You don't want to have to trot them out too early, and then all of a sudden game gets close again.
And then you make the reverse move as well.
Exactly.
Nemeth will go in motion. He will take the handoff, cuts up the left side, cuts back right, has some space. He is into the red zone, still going, and his motor will give out at around the 15-yard line. A scamper of around 19 for Nemeth. And yet another first down for the Holy Name Green Wave. Once again, he has been tremendous. That is his 5th carry of the game. Second largest carry as well.
It is 19.
The other one was 22, and that was the touchdown. But Nick Nemeth, a player reborn. Total yards last year, just shy of 255. He is about halfway there tonight. Jamison looking to throw, goes for the corner for Gonzalez, and he almost gets it, goes behind, and he will draw a pass interference call. But I think Gonzalez, more than anything, wanted the football.
Gave me flashbacks for a second there.
And he is not moving. I think that was his back. Just awful there for Esso. Hopefully he will be okay. And as he gets attended to by Coach Wondolowski and the trainers, we will step aside. You are watching OHSAA Football on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
Esso Gonzalez luckily able to get off of the field. Very scary there for a second, but he does appear to be okay. We will see if he does re-enter the ball game at any point. If not, no fault there, as he has had a very good performance otherwise. Once again, all in the first half, but very nearly getting his second touchdown of the season. After the pass interference, it's first down and goal at the 8. Over the middle, it is tipped in the air, and it is going to die in the end zone. Hot hands from Noah Cunningham as he just tosses it up in the air. And now we will address the laundry. Yet another obscure play.
I thought someone's going to catch it, whether that be Cunningham or someone on the defense.
So now we will see what the penalty is. That could be PI based on when they threw it.
I believe.
And it
is.
is. I don't know if I would have gone for that. Just given the separation that he got, Cam, I don't know if that was the right time or the right decision there to call PI. That's just what I saw.
Yeah.
I could be completely out of my depth with that take, but I just didn't see enough there for the call. But Jamison, another opportunity, this time at his 4-yard line. He will hand it off, and it is going to be taken in by Nemeth. He is in once again. Touchdown, Holy Name. Once again, it is Mr. Reliable in Nick Nemeth, and that might be the door slammed shut. What a carry. I mean, Nick Nemeth tonight has been superb. That was his 6th carry, his 2nd touchdown on a carry. Overall today, 3 scores. 1 defensively, 2 on the ground. We talked about our player of the game award going to somebody most likely on this Holy Name team. I think we might have our man. But stay tuned for our player of the game presentation brought to you by the Healthy UCU Chiropractic Center. When this game is over, extra point is good, and we are 1 point away from a running clock. The Holy Name Green Wave, they came in with a vengeance today, and they are on their way to a big Week 1 victory. 8:32 on the clock in quarter number 3. It is all Holy Name, 41-12 your score on Smee Sports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
It appears the Holy Name Green Wave fans are going swag surfing, and for good reason. A 29-point lead in hand, Cam. 41-12 your score. This is a statement in week number 1. And now the question is, when do they stop? Last year, the most points they scored in a game was 49. And they are close to it here. Return taken from inside the 20 to around the 35. And if Normandy is to get back into this game, Jacob Muniak has to come up with something here. Normandy has had a couple of good flashes in this game. They haven't been bad. A couple of bounces going against them, and the big thing, those 3 picks turning into most likely 20 points out of the 41 scored. Without them, 21-12, that's manageable.
Yeah, it'd be a whole different ball game. Plus, they could have even scored on some of those drives. I mean, Nick Nemeth, a 60-yard return on the one for a touchdown. That one obviously results in a touchdown. I assume the first one. I can look back if the first one resulted directly in a touchdown.
But Normandy, some growing pains with a relatively new offense, but they still do have a lot of experience. Once again, 47 upperclassmen on this roster. And I believe the upperclassmen alone outnumber the Holy Name Green Wave roster. Muniak lobs downfield. It is picked off. Interception number 4 of the game for the Green Wave.
Is that Luke Hudak?
And I believe that was Luke Hudak coming in, playing some safety, and he gets another pick for the Namer defense. What hasn't this unit done today? A little bit of everything, a little bit of something for every viewer at home, and this Namer defense making a case to be one of the best in the area, albeit in a small sample size. I'm at a loss, though, Cam. This is just
shocking.
I would say this might be the most well-put-together Holy Name game that we have ever covered. They've had bigger wins, yes, like Padua and the playoffs and stuff like that. But when you're looking at this game, very few mistakes. That Padua game, there were some mistakes there. This one, it looks like a mid-season Holy Name team. And we will see if they can keep it going here. Handoff will go to Parker. And he has some room to bounce outside the numbers, cuts the field, and he is taken down from behind. There is the horse collar, and he will get an extra 15. Another big run for Caden Parker. Down at the 35. So that is a total of 20 yards on the carry.
Yep.
That is going to be his biggest rush of the game so far. And as well, run number 5.
Is that 15 yards or 10 yards on the horse collar? I thought it was 15. We're going to find out.
And as well, 5 carries, 28 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 fumble for Caden Parker. Once again, dubbed a mini Rod Love.
15 yards.
And I feel you can look at the way that he plays, maybe a mini Keyshawn Gardner.
Could be.
Going with the holy name usage, he's also used out of the backfield as a receiver, and that is what Key was so good at.
Very true. Christian was more of the bulldozer back, some may say.
And then your gadget player, of course, was Austin Wondolowski, and that is what Nick Nemeth has been. And, I mean, you look at him, there's some kind of resemblance there, too. Very similar on so many different facets of the game. And Holy Name now in the red zone, looking to bookend a great victory. Jamison looking to throw. Screen pass caught by Nemeth. He wants a 4th touchdown. He goes up the middle, and he will be just shy. Almost brings himself in, but he is denied at the door.
Dang, 19-yard reception there for Nick Nemeth.
That is reception number 5 today from Nemeth. Most yards on a reception. And now it looks like there is some kind of warning given to Normandy. There as well as a player down in the end zone for Holy Name. And as he is attended to, we will step aside once again on Smee Sports. 41-12, all namers tonight.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Gyro, Euro, or Gyro. No matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you.
First down and goal to go at the 1. Handoff, it's Parker, and he is going to be stopped in the backfield. It is an excellent play by the Invaders defensive line, and they will have another opportunity to stifle the Namer offense. For those just tuning in, 41-12 your score. Holy Name on top of the Normandy Invaders. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel this evening. Once again, this broadcast is brought to you by Ledgewood Barbershop. And as well, thank you to all of our sponsors for sponsoring today's broadcast, along with tomorrow as well, as we have Padua and Alliance football at 7 p.m. Second down and goal, ball still at the 1. Jamison hands it off. Parker is in for the second time today. Touchdown, Holy Name. The young buck doing a lot of good work tonight for the green and white, and he is proving the future is bright in Parma Heights. And as well, along with that rush, that will give us a running clock. 47-12 your score. It might be a second 1-yard touchdown for Parker, but he doesn't care. He is going to remember those carries just like they were yesterday for as long as he's alive. And on top of that, he's going to remember that rush as if it was 50 yards, not 1.
6 points is 6 points. Doesn't matter how many yards.
And here comes the extra point try from Owen Pry. And that one is through the uprights and good. 48-12. And Holy Name is 1 point away from tying their best from last season. Once again, a unit that averaged a total of 14 points per game last year. 48 in game number 1. I'll tell you what, Cam. You look at the predictions for their season. 3-7 is the prediction. 9-point favorites tonight. I think some numbers move by next Monday.
Yeah, I think Mr. Drew Pasteur is going to have to break out the alt calculator and fix some predictions.
I think next week Gilmore are 31-point favorites. They can still win by that.
That is true.
But Holy Name making a statement tonight in Parma. A statement that they have been waiting to make since their loss on All Saints Day at Rocky River. A long time ago in their minds. But their focus now is on August 22nd and forward after this one is over. They have an opportunity to make a statement here on Thursday Night Lights, the opening night of the season. And this opportunity that is still at their fingertips is being the most made. It is maybe the most impressive result you'll see tonight. Nice kick inside the 10, and here come the Invaders trying to find some space. But once again, the special teams unit doing a great job. A big block in the back. No foul called on the play. But still, not past the 20. They give him, I believe, the 16. This special teams unit, we have not talked about them enough tonight, Cam. They have been lights out.
Absolutely. I mean, excellent coverage on all the kickoffs. Big shout out to Owen Pry. Said it earlier, but what is he now? Seven touchdowns, so he's 6. I'm not saying that. he's 6 of 7 on his extra points.
We make enough references from the 70s and 80s. I think the 2020s, 1 or 2 references is okay.
I didn't want to. But
I was going to say it on one of the bobbles, too, because, well.
Yeah, the motion.
Either way, ball spotted at the 17 for Muniak and company. And there is somebody running onto the field at the last seconds. I believe that's Acevedo coming on. So he will be in the backfield. Muniak's under center. It's a fullback dive. Acevedo bumps it out to the left side on the near hashes. And he is taken down at around the 20-yard line. I believe they will give him a gain of 4 on the play. But a very interesting move there, bringing Acevedo in for an awkward motion. I get the play call, but going bunch down big, it's an interesting call.
It's almost like they're kind of just punting it. I mean, punting the game, not punting the football, at least as of right now.
Unless they're just going to try and run the ball up the field and just waste out the clock like you said, but still score.
They're going with the all-wing tee.
Maybe that's going to be the offense that we see next week for them. Handoff is going to go to Brown, and Brown is stopped in the backfield. A loss of 1 on the play. And that'll set up 3rd down and around 6. We have not really seen him at all with the rock today. I believe that was his 4th or 5th carry tonight. And that was a guy, when looking at this game, was expected to be a key figure. He just hasn't had the opportunity. The offense early committed to the passing game, and the passes just haven't found their desired targets. 3rd down and 7, Muniak dropping back, looking for an open man. It's picked off. It's Noah Wallace, and there is nobody there to catch him. He is in. Touchdown, Holy Name.
Wow.
Another young buck with a big play. Second pick six of the night. And the Namers, for the first time in a long while, are in the 50s.
Another 2 pick sixes. What is that, 5 interceptions now?
I believe so.
Yeah, 2 to Nick Nemeth, 1 to Noah Wallace, 1 to Luke Hudak, and
Preisel.
Correct.
I believe it was 54-0 a couple of years ago on homecoming, Holy Name over Normandy, and they are in the mid-50s now. Unbelievable.
30-yard return as well on that. So half of what Nemeth did.
But I say combined 90 between Nemeth and Wallace. Extra point from Pry is good. And Holy Name has a 55 spot. 6 more points than their biggest win of last year, and that was Marion Franklin, 49-20. They will see Marion Franklin in week 3 on the road in Columbus. But my goodness, Holy Name up big. 4:16 left to go in the third quarter. It is all green and white. 55-12 your score on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Welcome back to Byers Field in Parma. Holy Name 55, Normandy 12 your score. What can't this Holy Name group do? This has been impressive. And going back to Senior Night a couple of years ago, or rather homecoming, the starters were pulled after 1 drive. This time the starters stayed in, at least for now. And this could be it for Normandy's. The ball is loose, but the play is whistled dead. And that could have been yet another turnover.
Yeah, they're lucky they whistled it dead because Holy Name jumped on that ball.
And I will say this again, Cam. The first play of the game was an onside kick recovery by Normandy.
Yeah.
Don't tell Holy Name that. They did not care. As well, score update from Avon, 34-14 is your score over there. Avon up big on Ignatius.
It's kind of what we expected, though.
Not at all surprised. We'll see if we have a score update from Canton Central. Perry up 34-14. A big, big game. I believe it's Coach Leno now over there in place of Coach Slates. He is looking for a win in his first game at the helm in Massillon. And to be clear, that is Massillon Perry, not the Massillon Tigers, as they are still led out by legendary coach Nate Moore. Tomorrow night they take on a very dangerous Tarblooders squad of Glenville. Flags will fly, and Normandy will retreat to their huddle.
Timeout. They took a timeout.
And with that, what else can you say about this game? Holy Name dominating. Once again, 9-point favorites entering this game, Cam. But they have been the better team. They have been dominant. And once again, you look for a big win week 1. You always do. Last year, 33-0 loss on the road. Year before, losing to Padua at home. Year before that, Kevin Pavanka saves the day, winning 21-16. This time, a blowout week 1. Holy Name knowing that they have to do better than last year to make the playoffs. One step in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, you're usually week 1 kind of sets the tone for your season, and if this is the tone setter for Holy Name season, gotta feel pretty good about it.
Muniak will hand it off to Brown, and he is taken down in the backfield. A loss of 2, and it is yet another TFL from this Namer defense. I don't have a full tally on TFLs tonight, Cam, but there have been so many so far. And now that'll take us inside of 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Once again, running clock on hand, but we still have a lot of football left to play. Officially 2.5 hours in. Time is 9:30 locally. Muniak once again hands it off. Brown bounces outside the far hashes. He gets past the initial line of scrimmage, and then he is upended at around the 26-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play, setting up 3rd down and 9. And once again, it is Jovan Miles Jr. with a tackle. He has really impressed me. A running back his first year, shifts to defense, and he has been a stronghold in the Namer secondary as one of their better linebackers. But to be fair, this whole Namer defense, they deserve their flowers tonight.
Absolutely, they've played tremendous.
3rd down and 9. Brown off to the left side of Muniak. Handoff goes to Brown, bouncing it out to the right side, and he is able to get past the line to gain. It is going to be a 1st down for the Normandy Invaders. Gain of around 10 on the carry. And I think this is going to be where the running game takes over to see if heading into the Ravenna game next week, if this can be a valid way to win games.
I would agree.
This is where you have to see what you still have left to work with. But at the same time, this game being over, you might try out some different pieces in this offense to see what actually works. 1st down and 10 at the 35. Muniak to throw. It is tipped, and it is going to hit the turf. Just 2 in front of Brown. Tough night for plays like that. A lot of those early on, especially from Connor Jamison. But he really was able to regather himself and has had a great night. Connor has really impressed me. This is the first time that I am seeing him play live, as he did not play in 2023 when we last covered them. He has impressed me so far. Handoff once again going to Brown, and he is able to push it up the gut. And that'll get him to around the 39-yard line. Gain of 4 on the push. And yet again, it's Jovan Miles Jr. with a tackle. 20 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Do we see one more play, or do we see the more likely outcome as they come to the sideline?
They're walking off the field, so yeah. I think you could tell.
Yeah, no more plays will be ran in the 3rd quarter. 12 minutes of running clock left to go in Parma. But it is all Holy Name, the boys from Parma Heights through 3. Holy Name 55, Normandy 12, your score. You are watching OHSAA Football on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
Before we get back into the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen that are now gone, and we will work out a deal with you. Brown takes it in the flats, and he is met immediately. The sea of green swarms the Invaders once again. That D-line has been great getting off the line quick.
100%.
That might be their calling card in this game. A lot of heavy hits. You look at this group, they're acting very much like the old Ravens defenses. The ones with Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, hard hits, big plays. A lot of great moves. And now 4th down and 12. Muniak looking like he will go for it, but he could easily punt it away. He is going to roll out to his right, and he will huck it up the field, and it is going to be dropped.
Wow.
And there is a late flag, and that might keep the drive alive. Intended for Hayden. He almost had yet another big play. And that will actually stop the clock.
Well, it's an incomplete pass and the penalty. Oh, I guess the incomplete pass wouldn't. But the penalty stops the clock.
So now it's 4th down, but just a big huck up field. And you saw it, Hayden almost had it. It was in the breadbasket, just couldn't bring it in. And it is going to be defensive pass interference. We'll see now what Normandy opts to do with this extra life. It appears they just wound the clock, but it still stays stagnant at 11:07 in the fourth.
People are yelling to run the clock. I agree.
And it is still not running. There it is. A little bit late. Once again, though, tomorrow at 6:15, we are back on the air. Game number 2 of our football coverage this year. It is going to be the Alliance Aviators on the road taking on the Padua Bruins. Once again, 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff live at Padua Stadium. Should be a good one. We covered that game week 1 last year. Padua taking it home 34-6. Brown takes it on the handoff on first down, and he gets maybe 1 on the play. That is carry number 7 for him today, but he is getting a lot of these late. If you're Ray Brown, I think in the next week, you're going to go to your coach and be like, how do I get more involved in this offense? They love him. They know what Ray can be. They're not asking him to be like Eli Gray and run the ball 20 times a game. They're asking him to be a good running back. He can be that. Just tonight, not getting the opportunities as Muniak was asked to air it out more than anything. Brown pushing the pile forward, and he will stumble out of bounds. A good gain on the play near the sticks, and they will down him at the Namer 45, 3 yards shy of the line to gain, and that will set up 3rd down and 3. Actually, no, they're going to move him forward. Initially, where they spotted it, it was 3 yards back, and then I think somebody came in and corrected it. So I guess that is going to be a gain of around 8 on the play. So that changes the metric a little bit more. But as expected, Normandy going methodical. Now Muniak to throw on first down. Running out of time, and he is hit going out of bounds. Depending on where they spot that, that will be a sack. I think it's directly at the line of scrimmage, so Jovan Miles Jr. will just get the tackle and not the sack.
And from what I'm seeing, a lot of reserves are in for Holy Name, at least on the defensive side of the ball. So that's good to see them getting in, getting some reps, especially, as you wear down late in the season and people are tired, or I don't want to say it, but the injury bug comes up and hits those players. It's good that you're at least getting playing time and on the field right now.
Once again, handoff goes to Brown outside the near numbers, and he is able to lower his shoulder, bulldozing past Stevenson, and he gets another invader first down, put him at the 30.
Nice 12-yard run right there for him.
And now in the end, they give him an extra yard, so 13 on the play. If you're looking at this now, Cam, I think you agree the game plan next week is pseudo wing T against Ravenna.
I mean, yeah, pretty much, albeit, like I was going to say, this is against mostly backups. However, still doing a good job moving the ball down the field. I mean, obviously isn't the most time effective, but if you're, if you have the ball and you're able to control the ball for as long as possible, it shouldn't be a problem.
Muniak flushed out to his left, running out of time, and he is going to get a minimal gain, maybe 2, as he just takes it out of bounds at the 27.
But I really do think that's what they should do. I mean, multiple times they've been able to, kind of, like I said, control the clock, being able to move the ball down the field, just getting those couple first downs. Maybe it takes them, maybe they don't have the more explosive plays, but to, have that in their back pocket of those big deep balls with your quarterback that can obviously pass. But I feel like relying a little bit more on the run would probably be a better thing, especially after throwing 5 interceptions here tonight.
I would agree with that. Muniak will hand off. Once again, it's Brown, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. And he will actually get moved back according to one official. Near side says line of scrimmage. Far side says give him a loss of 1. And in the battle of wills, the middle judge says give him a moot point. Nothing lost. 3rd down and 11.
And I mean, here's probably where you expected to see him air it out, But in the same sense, you could just run it here and then see how close you get, and probably going to try for it on 4th anyways, pretty much. I mean, we could say it now, the game is over. whether the score indicates it or not, and there's time left on the clock. Looks like we're going to get a timeout here by Normandy, but like I said, I mean, what do you have left to lose here, right?
And that was their last timeout. It looked like there was some miscommunication. Coach Kost wanted the ball to be snapped, but it was not in the end. 6:31 on the clock. We will step aside once again and hear a word from our sponsors on Smee Sports.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
.6:31 left to go in regulation at Byers Field. 3rd down and 10. Muniak is going to drop back. He is going to launch to the right corner of the end zone, and that is pick number 6 of the game for the Green Wave. That is Blake Troy, and he still has some room, and he is going to hopscotch his way out of bounds, and the Namers will take back possession. In the meantime, there is an injured Namer on the field. That is Kaleon Cleveland. I believe he got hit in the aftermath of the interception. We'll look at the pick on the screen. Just excellently played by the senior Blake Troy, 5'10", 180. He uses his size there very well and gets a good return on top of that. We'll keep it here during this injury timeout. 55-12 your score. Holy Name on their way to a big Week 1 victory. What's your biggest takeaway from Holy Name tonight?
I think it's got to be their I was going to say it's got to be their defense, but their offense just played so well. But, you know, and I'm going to stick with my original point. I think it's got to be their defense. Really come out here in the start, in the first quarter, really making a statement, showing that they weren't going to let up a million points today. They weren't going to be blown out. In fact, their offense was the one that was going to do the blowing out of Normandy. So, I mean, just really big props to them, really big props to the coaching staff and all the members of the team working really hard over the summer. I mean, you talked about it in those interviews that you had with them just a couple of, was that a week ago, a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was. Just, yeah, big props to them. Obviously, they were working on it. And the question was, what were we going to see on the field? And, I mean, it really looked like it worked out. Now over on the far sideline, looks like we see number 20. That is Luke Hudak warming up to throw the ball. So like you said earlier in the game, when do we kind of see that second-team offense going in? When do we see Luke Hudak possibly going in the game? And it looks like probably that time is right now.
And the big thing I want to point out, assuming Connor Jamison's night is done, at least right now with 6:15 on the clock in regulation, no picks.
That's what I was going to say.
And that was a big issue with him last year. 5 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 1,037 yards. He needed to take a step this offseason. He put on some muscle from what we were told. He got bigger. He was in the weight room. And he is a better quarterback for it. I also want to say his pocket awareness has been great tonight.
It really has been. A lot of times he's been rushed. But also that's props to not only the offensive line, but the running backs for picking up those chip blocks when they're needed. I mean, multiple times we've seen just free blitzers coming in, and all of a sudden one of those 3 running backs kind of just gets in there and sets up a nice brick wall to give Connor those extra couple seconds that he needs to make that possession. But in the same time, when they send too many or when a block gets missed and a free blitzer comes in, Connor kind of is able to sense that pressure and make it out of the pocket. Only has been sacked, I would say, 2 or 3 times, which honestly isn't too terrible.
And one more point I want to make before Hudak officially takes the field here. So many gadget players, and that is going to be big for Holy Name as they can keep the playbook fresh entering some big games. Hudak under center in the backfield for the first time this season. He will hand the ball off, and it is going to be a modest gain to around the 32-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play.
And really, I don't expect to see him throwing the ball at least all too much. I expect maybe 1 or 2 passes, but probably just going to be handing it off from here.
And as you would expect, as you go down the list, we're now on the JV players. That was number 28, and we do not have a 28 on the active roster. So that is a first career carry for number 28, don't know who that is yet. He is going to go out wide right. Hudak to throw. Pass is high, but it is caught. And that is a good gain of about, trying to calculate exactly where they're going to put it. I think given that they gave him the first down, that's going to be a gain of 7 on the dot. And that is Chris Hyatt with the catch.
Whoa.
So that is going to be his first catch as a namer. Keep in mind, he transferred in after the first quarter last year, or 2 years ago rather, so he could have had a catch last year, but he didn't play his freshman year for Holy Name despite being at Holy Name his freshman year. One of those weird nuances. Hudak will hand it off.
Whoa.
He loses it, and he is able to fall on it before a mosh pit could form. But a nice play over the middle by Chris Hyatt to get there. And Hudak getting some confidence. I think the check down route is great week 1. Against Gilmore, I don't know if this works. That's the one thing you have to look at. If they watch film, they're check down merchants. We're bringing in our secondary. We're stacking the box. We're going to blitz every play. And we're going to bring everybody in a zone coverage where we can put 1 or 2 guys and isolate the best receivers.
Yeah.
We'll see what the playbook looks like next week, but this is a great sign of things to come for Holy Name either way. High snap, handoff once again to 28. He will lose it. I believe that is Galinas who got a hand on it, but we will see who ends up with the football in the end. And it looks like it is the Green Wave staying with it. And it is officially Galinas getting credit for the fumble recovery. Now, 3rd down and 12. Do you let Hudak air it out, or at this point, do you just run the ball?
I'd say just run the ball. I mean, it doesn't really matter even if it's incomplete. Clock keeps moving anyways.
And we haven't mentioned it yet. New unis for the Green Wave, and they are christening them in the best way possible.
The very green Wave.
I'm a big fan of these.
You know, I really wasn't at the start, but, you know, maybe because they're playing so good, I am a big fan now.
Big rush for number 28, and he is loose on the far side. A first down and then some, and he will be taken down in Normandy territory at the Invaders 40. A big rush for that young man. Big pickup on the play. And Cam, this is the beauty of these larger leads. You see guys like this come in. You usually would not see them otherwise. I believe that's a 33-yard rush for him. So that'll give him 36 on the night. And going back to when we were younger at Holy Name, this was a spot that we saw guys like Montillo, Costanzo come in, and they started to get acclimated. Jovan Miles, our senior year was his freshman year. We saw him do that same thing, came in and got some big carries.
Oh, no.
Handoff, and that is a quick takedown to the backfield. That is Eric Flores, the sophomore, and flags will fly.
They might have gone early. I saw literally pretty much everybody on the defense except maybe the corners on the outside. They all were in the backfield within the first 3, maybe 2 seconds of the ball being snapped.
And that would definitely explain why the play ended up like that.
Illegal personal foul offense.
Eric Flores, the ball carrier.
Something. Personal foul. They're going to move him back now, I believe.
Either way, once again, when this broadcast is done, stay tuned as we will still have our final commercial break followed by our Player of the Game presentation brought to you by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and a lot of good candidates, but I have my one in mind as of right now, Cam.
I think we're talking about the same guy.
Most likely, as if it is the same guy, he was truly sensational tonight.
Absolutely he was.
Normandy's band getting louder. They are the pride of Normandy for a reason, and they had a great halftime show tonight. Credit to both bands. They both did a great job with their respective shows. And Holy Name, they might be the smaller band, but they sound just as thunderous. High snap, handoff to Flores. He is met immediately, and he is able to drag the pile back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to see who latched on. I think that was Jamari Boone, the junior, who was able to grab on. But Flores dragged him a little bit further. And looking at the game clock, we will have one more play. And you can hear the final countdown from the far side, courtesy of Holy Name's Marching Band. How about this for week 1, Cam? 55-12. The Namers, unstoppable tonight.
Absolutely great if you're a Holy Name fan, and unfortunately, if you are a Normandy fan, not what you wanted to see.
Hudak will snap it, and he will take a knee. And for the first time since the 2022 season, Holy Name is victorious in week number 1. 55-12, your final score at Byers Field in the Battle of Parma. It is the green and white boys from Parma Heights getting the win over the Normandy Invaders. As the teams exchange pleasantries, we will step aside one final time, hear a word from our sponsors, and be back on to announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. You are watching OHSAA Football on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Gyro, Euro, or Gyro. No matter which way you say it, the place to get it is Nico's Bar and Gyros in North Royalton. From traditional lamb to beef, or even BLT and blackened salmon gyros, Nico's has just about everything. Dine with us today at 12766 Royalton Road in North Royalton. Check out our website at nicosbarandgyros.com or give us a call at 440-237-6456. Join us for the next big game. Your taste buds will thank you.
Back on at Byers Field at Robert M. Boulton Stadium in Parma. Your final score, Holy Name 55, Normandy 12. Your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, Nick Nemeth. You talk about an all-around performance. 2 offensive touchdowns, 1 pick six, 2 interceptions total. Got knocked down and taken out of the game a couple of times. Came back and dominated. Nick Nemeth is a true Iron Man.
I mean, he really is. Just was all over the field, both on offense and on defense. Like you said, got knocked down a couple of times, but he never let that stop him. And we already knew that about him, but he just showed why tonight. Still came back in the game, made some more exceptional plays, and really, we knew he was going to be good going into this year, but I don't think either of us expected this. Just phenomenal performance from him tonight, and very well and very deservingly gets player of the game.
6 interceptions total. Nemeth had 2. Preisel had 1. Blake Troy had 1.
Luke Hudak
had 1, and Noah Wallace had a pick 6. Offensively, Connor Jamison was pretty good. Caught up with Esel Gonzalez, his first career varsity touchdown. He could be a guy to watch for the future, assuming he can stay healthy. The gadget players. Nemeth was a gadget tonight. Caden Parker, his emergence was great. He had 2 scores as well. Rodriguez. We didn't call X's name all too much, but what he did in the first half, that was more than enough to pull his weight for the Namers. You go to next week, Gilmore, a great team, but now with this win in hand, it's doable.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel pretty good coming off this big win. You know, you have that sense of, okay, we did it. We got kind of the jitters out of the way. We know we're a good football team. We know we're going up against a good one next week. It's just iron sharpens iron. You got a battle of wills, battle of who kind of schemes it up better, battle of who's better that day. I mean, if Connor comes out and balls out like he did tonight, you could very well see this game or that game going in favor of Holy Name. However, on the other side, if he kind of reverts back to what he did last year, gets kind of flustered, makes a couple of bad reads, could end up being the same score or a similar score to what we have here with Holy Name on the losing end. Obviously Gilmore, very, very talented team, very, very good. But, with the way Holy Name came out here, I think it's going to be a good competitive game.
And then keeping things brief, next week for Normandy, they take on Ravenna, a far drive for the Ravens. We saw Muniak air out the ball, and we saw some good plays. The running game, we saw it a little bit at the end, but more in garbage time. What's the game plan next week?
Like I said earlier, back in that fourth quarter, I think you kind of got to go with more of that run game style. You have that passing in the back pocket if you really need it. Want to bust out a couple trick plays here and there, try and catch the defense off guard. But I feel that the run was kind of more sustainable for them, at least in terms of moving the ball down the field. I mean, 6 interceptions, obviously not ideal. Usually you don't win the game with 6 interceptions. That's just kind of not your exact recipe. A couple of overthrows here and there that led to those interceptions. A couple of miscommunications here and there that got to be cleared up in practice for them. But like I said, I think you kind of got to stick with more of the run and then maybe back off the pass a little bit. But I still think you got to keep that in the repertoire.
And previewing our schedule, if you want more high school football on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, you don't have to wait too long, as tomorrow night we will be at the Den at Padua High School. It is the Bruins taking on the Alliance Aviators. Year 2 of 2 in the series. We were told that the series has not been renewed for a 3rd and 4th year, so that will now give Padua an opening for Week 1 next year. But we will talk about that a little bit more tomorrow night, starting at 6:15 with the SmeeSports Pregame Show, and then kickoff at 7 p.m. from the Den. Next Friday, for our Holy Name fans, we will be back with you for a big game against the Gilmore Academy Lancers. 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff next Friday at North Royalton's Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you're new, make sure you go down below and hit that red subscribe button so you do not miss any of our uploads. And on top of that, you can be notified when we go live or upload by hitting the bell right next to it. As well, a word of thanks to Chris Medaglio, the athletic director of Normandy High School, for allowing us to use the Loge and to broadcast the game today. As well, a thank you to, don't know how to describe the Parma City video production crew, I'm going to call it, for allowing us to share their space. They do a great job. We're going to see it on the video board. We work with Alliances, and I will say you guys do a tremendous job. Keep up the good work. This is a great field, and a big reason why is you guys, nobody sees them, but we saw them plenty on the sidelines tonight doing great work on behalf of Normandy. But that will do it from Byers Field in Parma. Holy Name, a big victory, 55-12, your final. On the camera tonight, my dad, David Smee. On the scoreboard, Joe Sewell, class of 2024. Color commentary, Ragazzo. And as always, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Parma. And we will see you again in Parma tomorrow for Padua and Alliance football. But this has been OHSAA Football on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. Thank you all for spending your Thursday evening with us. Happy 2025 OHSAA football season. And we will see you again tomorrow night. If not then, we will see you next time.